Okay, right, we should have everything up and going, and everything should be working based on the pre-thingy test, so hopefully when we switch this it doesn't do anything really, dumb. That'd be sad. Hi, hello, what's happening? We're back. Sleep deprived Callum here. I have not fucking slept at all. I'll be fully real with you, I've pulled an all-nighter for this one. So I'm going to be very loopy for most of this. I'm going to basically be like Ali McCoy when Rangers are losing on commentary, where he just kind of, like, he's there, he knows what's going on, but he's not fully lucid. How you doing though? Nice to see you. How you doing, Craig? We always shout the first one out as always. How you doing, man? Hail to you as well. How you doing, Jim? Nice to see you. I love the production, man. You're going with confidence today. Try to bounce back with that 7-goal kind of throw in yourself. I like that. That's a good, solid production. I'm not going to lie at all. I like that. I fuck with that a lot, to be honest. That's a vibe. How you doing, Jock? Nice to see you as well, man. We'll love to see it. We'll love to see it. How you all doing? Hope you're having a lovely, lovely weekend so far. It's a bit miserable, I'll be honest with you. The weather's not the best, but I mean, hopefully that kind of plays into our favour. We like to play the way that the weather is, so hopefully that kind of ferocious rain type beat hits us. I don't know how the weather is over in towards where County is, to be honest with you. For all I know, it could be a lot better out there, but at least where I am, it's not exactly nice outside, so hopefully we take advantage of the bad weather. But then again, County have been drawing specialists, but hopefully we get something out of it. How you doing, Jim? Nice to see you, man, and as well, and likewise to you, Kevin. Hope you're well. Hail, brother. Let's get into this. Hopefully we can put a few past County today. I think that's the overall consensus. As long as we can grab a few, we're not really giving a shit about running rampant and getting like 5, 6, 7. But as long as we get a comfortable 3-4 kind of thing. I mean, County, their entire goal today, I would imagine, would be along the lines of going, they're simply going to just be playing for the stupid, simple fact to get that goal, kind of get the first one against us and kind of cause the problems in that sense. Liverpool 1-0. I did see that, Stephen. Nice to see you, and as always, mate. I love to see that, man. Cheers, Jim. Very, very cool. But I hope yous are all good. Hope yous are all enjoying yourselves. This one's going to be a lot more chilled out. The game is on Sky, as well as one or two other sources from what I know. But I'm joined with Flash for today, as usual. He's kind of here. He'll be kind of popping in and out. We've kind of got him set up on the laptop.
I'm just chilling here, vibing on my Celtic gear.
Man is dripped out for this one. I'm kind of repping on the old traditional one. I still love this shirt. I don't give a shit what anyone says. This is one of my favourite Celtic shirts because it's just like old fashioned. It's kind of like one that you would. It's a vibe. I like it. I suppose I'll give you a little look, or at least an early look, I should say, at the lineups for this one, because there is a couple of noticeable things that are different. I should point this out. This is the lineup that we've got. This is the one that we're going with for now, and obviously I want to kind of point this out because Google's very when it comes to algorithmic changes. But Kuhn's going to obviously be starting out on the right, and Giles is going to be playing more towards the central attacking midfielder. He'll be rotating with Hatate, I imagine, but Maeda, and then I guess Kuhn will be sitting a little bit further back than originally intended, so I guess you have that. Maeda, I think it makes sense to start him. He was probably one of the only bright spots in the first 30 minutes in the game against Dortmund, so you kind of take what you will with that, so it kind of goes with it. You got a 100 on a 3-1 and a 3-0. I think they're both very respectable. I was kind of going to go with 4-1, 4-0 myself. I feel like it's going to be one of those games, so you take it as it is. Fair enough, Donny Sanchez. I guess it's in your name to say shit like that, but keep it at a limit, man. Hey, Dane Snitch, nice to see you, brother. Hello, you as well, brother. Hope you will. We've got about 5 minutes to kick off anyway. I mean, County's lineup, I should probably show you that. I mean, County's lineup's kind of as you would expect. They've kind of gone with the usual approach. I can't really say too much about it. It's what you would expect. They're going to go with that full-back kind of pressing formation. It's all going to be in that midfield press. I think Chilvers will be like a key player for them, as well as Randall and Nis, but that midfield three will kind of be the key aspect to what happens for them today. But again, their strikers have caused problems. The main player that they were talking about in the kind of pre-match talk so far is Hale, so ideally we want to keep him at a limit. He's got 3 goals in the early stages of the season. He's popped up with some good key passes. He seems to be very efficient, especially off the left run. So especially when we give Denham those inside runs, we don't really want to give Hale that much space. And again, with the back two that we have, and Trusty and Scales, based on the way they played in Dortmund, it's going to be a very interesting one to see how they kind of approach this, because it could be fine, we could be absolutely okay, but there's always the potential for us to kind of fall into our own pitfalls. It's a very kind of interesting one when you look at the broader aspect of how this game could go, but for all intents and purposes, this should be a very straightforward game for us. I don't see us really making too many mistakes. I feel like after what we did in midweek, we'll probably want to correct that. You know, I don't want to mention Dortmund too much, Kevin. Admittedly, that shit hurts my soul. But at the same time, we do need to take those ones and kind of turn them into really valuable lessons that we take and very quickly integrate into our new kind of system and style, hopefully, for this game, especially with the kind of slight formation tweak, because it's not too much of a tweak, right? We just pushed our midfielder up and pushed our wingers back, but it's still an interesting dynamic considering the fact that our wingers are usually our key aspects of play. So I don't know, it genuinely could be an interesting one.
That's because they won't get in until like 11:30 on a freaking Sunday, Stephen.
See, to be fair, I think it's probably just for the fact that they did play a day later. Like, you know what I mean? I think they played on the Thursday, didn't they? So I honestly thought they would have got like a Monday night kick-off or something, but hey, I mean, if they're being forced to play a little bit earlier, that can only really bode well for people like us. But we need to capitalise that, right? We still need to take the opportunities. Ross County are notoriously a very draw-worthy team. In fact, I'm pretty sure they've got more draws than most people in the league so far.
It still is ridiculous though.
Oh, they have,
This was like 6:30, 5:30 last week with a freaking Sunday kickoff, and then they get an 8:00 kickoff on a Sunday. It's like, bruh.
I suppose it's one of those ones. I'm not too fussed by it. Like, personally, it's like a iffy one for me. Like, I don't mind it to the broader aspects, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to need to play all the games one way or another. So, like what happened last week, exactly like Greg. We take what happened on the chin and apply it directly onto our next foes. You know what I mean? It's like a kind of anime defeat at the start of a series where, like, you know for a fact you're going to get beaten the shit out of, but it's about learning. And hopefully, you know, when we go to Atlanta, we kind of correct our mistakes. You got a 700 on a 3-0 and a 1000 on a 3-1 return. Here's the thing about it, man. Your thinking's actually in the right ballpark, because County can score goals. The thing about them is they're very frustrating. Whenever they get like an early goal, they will defend like fucking lions. They will hold on like hell. But the thing that's going to give me a bit of mainstay and like hope that this is going to be straightforward, the players are just getting ready to come out there now. They look like they're ready to go, to be fair. I mean, Idle looks like he's ready to fuck some shit up, which is always lovely. We'll love to see that. The big man looks ready to go. But again, there's no Taylor for those that are obviously just kind of coming in and whatever else. Yeah, I don't know the entire specifics, but I think he's just kind of being rested for fatigue's sake and just kind of making sure that he's not going to have too much of an extended stay out of the team. Kind of like Carter Vickers, we just want to prevent burnout where it's possible. So hopefully Valet has a good enough game. He seemed okay in the game against and like the minutes that we did see him against Dortmund and stuff as well, and he was fantastic last week as well, I should point out. So we kind of have to take that. So we're due a learn. I suppose that is fair, but again, we are usually the architects of our own downfall, so it comes down to doing what we need to, not making the really simple, dumb mistakes that always kind of causes problems, and we should be fine. But like I said, it's always like circumstantial, because football's fucked like that. It really likes to mess you up, and hopefully we can stave this and just get a nice early start and run away with the game as early as possible. That would be, you know, best case scenario. But again, nothing's ever set in stone. You have to actually, you know, pop out and show those, like, you've got that ability to get it done early. We start fast, we push, we're fine. But I'll be honest with you, Trusty's the one player I do have a major concern with, mainly just because he doesn't seem that relaxed. But I'll read out the lineups just because they're being read up there now. So the lineups are as follows. Ross County's lineup is Laidlaw in between the sticks with Wright, Lopata and Leak is their back three with Campbell. Ifefte and Randall and Nisbet is their kind of midfield four. They'll be looking to kind of push these boys in and out, especially in that midfield part. Schilfels is the one to kind of keep an eye on, because he'll drop back to cover those space to kind of keep McGregor and Natai occupied, especially when they try to get those two body kind of pushes, so to speak. And they've got Hale and Denham as their front two. Our lineup is as follows. They've got Schmeichel in between the sticks, which we love to see. Valet starting ahead of a potentially injured Taylor. I don't know the specifics, I'll be honest with you. Scales and Trusty are the back two that we're going with Johnston on the right back, which honestly I like that. At least he was pretty okay against Dortmund, even though, let's be honest, defensively we were fucking woeful. It's not in Gill starting on the right. You should kind of be aware of that. It's Kuhn that's starting out on the right and Gilles is going to be playing here, so just switch these two around. But the rest of the lineup is as follows. It's McGregor, our skipper, holding that kind of midfield spot as usual. Hatati starting left side of him, Maeda on the left hand side of his fellow Japanese man, with of course Aida starting up front today just for that physical aspect of the team. So it's not a 4-3-3, it's more of a 4-4-1-1. Keep an eye on the way that we kind of shift and change things, because that's going to be the key factor for us. We're wanting to kind of start this game quickly, because if we give County time to build from the back, there's potential they can kind of grow into the game with confidence. We want to stifle that confidence as early as conceivably possible. Rogers looks like he's ready to go. He's got his big puffer coat out ready, so he's going to keep himself nice and toasty. I mean, how are you going for this one, Flash? What's your prediction? Throw it in, man.
1-0 Celtic.
Same kind of boat as me. Well, there you go. You've held it. You've two pundits kind of going with the same prediction. We'll love to see it. McGregor looking ready, raring to go. This should be an interesting one. I should point out that this game does mean a lot for both sides of the table, obviously. I mean, if Celtic lose, it gives mainstay for Aberdeen to get the job
we
done.
do have this guy as the ref.
Always interesting, but then again, every referee in Scotland's not exactly known for being particularly good at their job. It's going to be an interesting one for County. They have had some alright performances this season. They've had alright ones against Hearts and stuff, but again, that's against a very poor Hearts side, so they want to try and bounce back, get something early doors. It's about whatever team starts the quickest.
Whoa, this camera is very low down. What the heck?
It's very like PES 2010 type camera, you know what I mean? Very level to the field, but I don't mind that at all. 3 or 4 a day, that's kind of the idea. How you doing, Joseph? Nice to see you, man. You back now? What do you mean? I never left. So I'm still vibing, my guy. There we go, ball's been sent forward, and immediately they're trying to do something here. Schmeichel's going to have to pass it out from the back, and Johnston will have to gather and try and play across it. There's a bit of a press here, but it shouldn't be too difficult and we should get away with it. I think Gilles is actually starting, that's right, but by the way, he seems to be pressing in there deeper. Could be an interesting one to see. Maybe they're going to inter-switch the same way that I'd imagine the two in midfield will. We've thrown it back. Trusty will get this one going. Hopefully we'll actually have a bit more convincing edge about us today. We need to show that early press, and we have to kind of get on that shoot in front as early as possible, and ideally we can cause some damage. We can get some real momentum back into our step again, especially after what happened a few days ago. But County seem to be playing with a very zonal system, especially, I mean, it's like I said, they've kind of got Hale running off, Denham kind of just being that anchor striker, so that there's runs that he can get in behind, which is going to be an interesting one, especially with the fact that Trusty and Scales both very much like to step out. We should give this a refresh, and we should actually, I mean, Google by now should be up and running, because we're about a minute and a half into this game as is. That's a good challenge actually, and we could break with this. It's a seriously good break actually.
Oh.
Awkward.
Shoot. Oh, that's a free kick to them. Yep, because he slipped on top of him.
I'm not sure who got took down there. I think it was Leak maybe. I'm not honestly sure, but either way that kind of happened. You've got a scoreboard now.
Which one is the right centre half? Because it was the right centre half.
It could be Laporta then.
They seem to like slip on top. Either seem to like just lose the ball and then slip and land on top of him.
TV's in full almost immediately. Oh god damn.
The silly land of me. The silly land. The old message.
Not the usual commentary style of singing the rebels, but nonetheless we move.
Sorry.
Can we have a throw in? Pretty much. I mean, they can do a long throw here actually. This is the sort of territory where you might want to give that a chance, but they play it short instead. They're looking for the quick pass back, and that's exactly what they're going to try and do. Played in, Nisbet's going to jump into there, try and win that knock on. It's a bit awkward and there's a slight scuffle. Should be cleared away in the end, and eventually is comfortably enough. We'll take that. Hey then, Patrick, it's nice to see you, man. Hello to you as well, my guy. Hope you're well. Potential build-up for McGregor here. Lays it off, and there's a potential run. Maeda's not taking any chances, plays it back, and I think this will be the dynamic for Ross County today. It'll be trying to limit those runs down the wings. They'll try and force the central, because that's where most of those bodies are. It's sent forward, and that could be a good touch on there, is Kuhn. Good work for the German, plays it inside. There's potential routes to the Belgian. It's a switch of flags there. Good layoff touch, should just play it out instead, does indeed do so. Here's Maeda, good inside touch, has to get around his man, tries it. I give him respect for doing so. It's good marking in the end though. I think it's from Laporta that. Like that, Maeda doesn't look too happy, but he did well, won this a corner. We're not going to complain about that in the goddamn slightest. How you doing, Alan? Nice to see you, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're well indeed. It'll take me a while to get up to speed, I'll be honest with you, man. I am loopy. I mean, County have conceded a lot of set piece goals. Apparently the second most in the league, 6 so far. It's basically won a game. Let's make it 7 and 7. It's awkward. Takes a bit of a cannon for their effect, and they get the bounce of the draw, so to speak. They'll kind of stave themselves off temporarily. It was a great ball in for Angels. There was a certain potential for something to happen there, but Maeda just couldn't really control himself fully, and it just kind of finds its way through everyone. See the bodies, finds its way through. Cut. What a knife. How you doing, Big Rab? Nice to see you, brother. Hope you're well. Easy win today. I think most people are in the same kind of boat, but I think most of us are just a wee bit more cautious now. Like we've kind of learned the mistake of just expecting it now. We're a wee bit more, but most of us are in.
We've had basically a reality check, that's what it is.
For the most part. That's actually probably a fair point, man. I'm very sleep deprived, Alan. I'll be fully real with you, man. Like I kind of, I've had a long weekend. I'll summarise it like that, and I'll be fully honest with you. I kind of got everything done for the stream at like 3 in the morning, so I figured might as well not sleep. So that's probably why I sound a wee bit, if you kind of wonder why. It's a good touch for his skills, actually, just kind of kills it dead, and he should be able to get it going. Hopefully we can get it going with some purpose. Here's Trusty. Good pass out, actually, some real purpose on that pass, and maybe not so much for Johnston, but does win the throw in, so we'll allow it to be. That's more than fine for now, no problems there. If you guys do us a favour, lads, if you can give the stream a like and stuff, put us in the algorithm, get us out there a wee bit more, that'd be fantastic, thank you very much. We're trying to push towards 2,000, so that would be class, yes, thank you. It's a good ball out for McGregor.
I'm on the same boat as you.
You can also do that as well. That you just put in chat if you would like to. There's a good ball out towards the right hand side. There's the German. Good step inside. Lovely move. Could potentially find a shot. True. Oh wait, hold on. Maeda. Funneled. Whipped across. No one finds it.
Johnston.
That's a lovely ball.
Goes in,
oh, it's a poor header from Maeda, I'll be fully honest with you. What's happened to Greg Taylor? I think he's just been kind of conveniently rested for now.
He's getting rested. Brendan came out and said he's too important to basically like have any risks with.
I really should have done better there, by the way. Didn't really have anyone on him. Couldn't really direct it towards it. I get that he had to use his neck muscles, but when you're a big man that's trained to be on the end of those types of headers, you should at least be trying to direct that towards target. A bit of a positive note for us though, at least we forced it into the box, showing that we can get physical with the boys at the back. That's kind of a positive sign for us, 2 takes, so could be worse, I suppose.
I was doing a bit of research before the game, Scott. Basically Brendan went on about it like just yesterday about why he's resting him with too many games, because I originally thought it was like injury until Cal said I don't think it's an injury, so yeah, he was right.
Well, I feel like they would have probably announced that as soon as it happened, like right after Dortmund, or if it happened.
Yeah,
that's good. Hold on, a chance. They are well cleared in the end. In fairness, good defensive work for Ross County, and they could actually have a break.
Well done.
Good hassle in there. Valet kind of keeps with it. Just a 1-2 between him and Skills, forwardly towards McGregor, and there's a potential break for us to go again. Although County seem to be very rudimentarily set on those positional play.
Nervy pass, but it's a throw-in, so we'll settle down.
There's good potential for us to build from the back here, although County don't seem to be pressing out too far. They seem to be very content with those backline presses. watching your stream is watching yourself as your stream can't keep up, and I lay by and oh, that's lovely, driving the last leg of a truck home.
Oh.
I don't know if my brain read that wrong.
Justin.
Good touch for Maeda.
There's Maeda.
Lovely. Cutter pass.
Into the box.
Right idea, poor execution. I'll be fully honest with you right now, County.
For a Celtic corner.
They don't take chances with it. There's a bit of a pull up, which is never nice. That's Kuhn that stayed down on his ankle. It's not ideal.
Oh.
He did take a bit of a sore one, but it's not a. Yeah, Carter Vickers is still injured, Scott. He's not going to be featured for another probably match day or two yet, mate.
He'll hopefully be back after the international break, I'm hoping. I think that's what all of us are hoping, right? Because there's no games until the 19th after this, apart from Sligo Rovers, but let's be honest, that'll be our B squad.
There's a few body, I mean, there's hands all around now. That's awkward as shit, headed up and away.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the header went over the stadium.
I mean, to be fair, if in doubt, unfortunately, I forgot to apply that rule in the correct box. He kind of headed it just, well, I'd say headed it, he absolutely conded it.
I think the replay virtual made that look more severe than what it was, because it's a genuine attempt to play the ball and he just gets it out of his feet.
Yeah, it's a step in. I don't see too much wrong with it, I'll be honest with you, Virtual Man. Like, sure, you can drag that back for a foul if you wanted to, but I feel like that would kind of defeat the point. VAR's meant to overturn obvious. That's not obvious, it's a step in. But no shame in it, it's early enough in the game. If they do that with intent later on, you can tell if it's with intent, but I think he was just trying to really pip to the ball there. Kuhn wasn't really taking any chances either. It was just a knock of bodies. They've both very much been physical with each other in the early stages of this game. That's good for McGregor actually, that he's seen the right pass. It's going to bounce back. How's the touch? Very good for the Belgian actually. Does fantastic to hold up between two bodies there. Rio does get that one under control. Takes a bit of time but does find the pass quite comfortably in the end. Lovely switch passes from Celtic. They're keeping it on the ground, which is always nice to see. Show some confidence, so we still have it there. Lovely roll pass into space. There's an overlap if he wants to take it. He doesn't quite find the opportunity, so play out towards the German on the right hand side. Cut back and across. Here's McGregor. Thought he was actually going to shoot for range again. I was half expecting the net to bulge. It's played out towards Valle instead. Maeda. Well cut back for the captain. We still have it in their final third. County on not taking any chances though. Good positional marking from them again. It's what they do quite well. Lovely switch pass. Maeda. Unlucky for the big man. Gets any space. The flag does indeed go up, I think, in hindsight there, but no real shame in it. Had the right idea and the right approach, just couldn't quite execute.
What?
CCV's record is pish in Europe. Skills is better in Europe. In Scotland, he's as good as the best team in the country. Better team, CCV is pish. Well, I mean, I agree with that to some extent. There are certainly better centre backs on the planet than Carter Vickers, but at Celtic Football Club, no. Scales, he's only really dragged himself into that position, but Carter Vickers is fundamentally a better centre back, man.
I agree that Scales does lift his game in Europe, but he also lifts his game when Carter Vickers is around him as well.
See, that's County trying to activate their trigger counter, but we've just gone on a counter of our own. We can go with this.
Yep. Rio Hatai's right there in the middle. It does go to Rio. Rio Hatai to Cal McGregor.
Roll over option.
Just think, can you make anything happen with this?
Good step touch inside to space. That is lovely footwork. It's going to take an awkward bounce around. It depends on where it goes. It's going to take a bit of a kerfuffle in the midfield. It bounces out eventually. There might be a touch and cross in here. Goes for a shot instead. It's more threatening than the camera angle probably would have suggested, but we respect that for the left back. Can't fault it all. Gets a shot away. It's again very similar to Ida. Maybe should have done a bit better to put it on target, but forcing the issue. Can't really fault it. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Respectable.
Scales definitely thrives off of Carter Vickers more than Trusty because they've got that partnership now. I think that's also the case.
the two flags of the words. Probably the only two countries, those two flags, where you can use any word as an insult, Gerard. I absolutely love that. God bless you.
Oh, unlucky.
I'll tell you what, that's a good piece of step-in defence for League. We talk about the step-in defence for Celtic sometimes. That was really good for County there. But we do have the ball back, so really just short-term relief if anything. I mean, the passes should tell you everything you need to know. That's a lovely cut-a-pass chance. Oh my god, it shouldn't have got through, but it did. Laboga was not too keen on that one, and it nearly funneled its way through. There was lucky there was another Navy shot in the back stick there to kind of get away for that one. Lovely taking touch for Valet. We can gather and go again. Hopefully we can do a little bit better with this one.
And with the ball on the right hand side. Overlapped by Alistair Johnston.
Ah, good for you, Rab, mate. Good for you.
Need a bit more movement here in the middle, Celtic. McGregor, Trusty.
It's a respectable press from County. They seem to be very happy just keeping the zonal positions marked out because they know Celtic have to play through them one way or another. McGregor taking the riskier pass, but there's a good one at that. Maeda, how's the flick on? Right idea, just doesn't quite get it. It's throwing Celtic. That's what we need to start doing a bit more though. Just quick cut-off passes. Try and test that kind of reaction speed of the County defensive line. Good work for County though in hindsight as well. That midfield too, Nisbet and Randall have been doing a very good job of kind of staying with McGregor and Atati. But that was one of those times when McGregor had to step away.
Slack pass, but Rio has won it back. Rio Atati into Alistair Johnston.
How's your control, Kuhn? Very, very composing. It's a step in and a potential break to hit it. Nearly has the right idea, just kind of drags it into the feet in the end, and the free kick's going to be giving good work for the strikers and stuff, stepping back to kind of cause some problems there. I believe it was Denham that got took down in the end. That's what showing that early chance.
I hope everyone in chat has had a good weekend going into this game.
This will be 2-0 at half time. I do admire your boldness, Stephen, and to be fair, we have started the game as we've kind of thought we would. We're making the chances, although admittedly we've not put either shot that we've had really on target, but we're working around the box. But County, like I said, they're very resilient when it comes to their defensive line. You give them credit where it's due. They've done exactly what they've probably wanted to do at this kind of stage of the game. Try and test and see what Celtic's game plan is, and so far they're surviving it quite comfortably. Could have been a bit awkward there. Schmeichel's forced into an awkward space. There's a potential for a run on. That's a bit awkward. Still awkward. We don't really clear it again. We're just giving our own fucking balls away there, County, for the first time.
Why are we playing? We done this against another small team and cost goals like last season. Why are we like playing these stupid balls in the corners?
It was just a very poor trigger pass with Kasper that really kind of started that one all off. I think he's still kind of trying to shake off what happened to him a few days ago, to be honest with you.
I get nervy when these balls in the corners happen, not necessarily on the like other half obviously, but inside their own half, definitely.
Kevin's comment that the game at a buckle there. My weekend depends on this match. To be fair, mate, there are other matches on the day that could potentially make your mood a wee bit happier. You know, Aberdeen could lose later on against Hearts, and that would give you a wee bit of a smile because it means we're comfortably on top of the table should we get the points today. And there's always a slight potential, although admittedly low potential, that St Johnstone decide to get a result against Rangers. Not going to happen. Bear in mind we just beat them 6-0 and then got hammered 7-1, so it should tell you how bad St Johnstone are right now. That's a good cutter. That's a really good counter cutter actually. That could be something well cleared. That leak has been positionally there. Good taking touch. Lovely pass. Come on. That's what we need to do. Start taking it to them. Lovely football. That's a bit unlucky in the end for Angels and Kuhn there, but the 1-2 passing between the two was fantastic. Well cleared away again from that leak. He's getting involved in a lot of the play. The defensive man at that fucking left centre back spot for County's doing God's work for them now. But that breakaway play.
I also seen before that Kevin mentioned that Sligo and no pushovers, but that's just a friendly, and we'll be playing a B squad for the simple reason that most of our first team will simply be in international duty, going away for international training.
I feel like most of them probably won't give too many selective minutes, so that'll be the thing. County's got through, this is what I'm saying. Hale's got a shot away, well saved by Schmeichel. It's not really gathered and cleared though. Again, County had it, shot. tipped around. It's not just about dealt with, man. Like, I tell you what, not really fucking convincing from us again. Trusty in skills, not really switched on there. So they kind of have had their wake up call now. County have had 2 really good chances back to back, so they've equalled up the shot count. You're going 3-1 Celtic is your prediction. A lot of people are kind of going for that, Aaron. Mate, it's usually like 3-0, 4-0, 4-1. They're the kind of brackets. Angels wasn't cheap. A guarantee was selling for about 20 million. I think we'll get a bit more for him given his age. That was a really good chance for County, by the way, the second rebound. The first one was a bit easier for Schmeichel. It was kind of more towards the area of where he could get to be honest. You're messing around. Sligo or arse? To be fair, Irish League, can't really complain about it, man. It's asking like a high school basketball team to take on like a college divisional team in one. I think a lot of people would agree with that, Rob, mate. That's kind of why I want to work in a different country in the future. That's good for McGregor. I'll just kind of look for open options, and here we go. Centre backs are stepping into space now, so there should be a bit more of a press for Celtic. That's usually the sign. That's a good step in for Kuhn. Where's the cross? Is he going to get it away? Takes his man on. Good pass inside. It's a bit awkward. Still awkward. County will get it clear though quite comfortably in the end with a bit of a bounce out. I think I'm definitely with Stephen on the board here right now. We do need to wake up a bit more. It's a bit of a slack pass back. It should just be played on. I don't understand.
He's went down and he's got up. Alright.
Really don't understand that one like... at all, to be honest with you. Just kind of got clipped, but should be on his feet quite quick. For another play. Oh, could have been pickpocketed. There was like a higher press actually. We're getting the right idea though. We're starting to try and play in behind them rather than through them, which is good. Oh, I'm not saying it in a bad way or anything like that, because like I mean it's like saying that the teams for the SPFL are kind of the same towards the English Premier League. We would be like a high school team trying to hit a basketball, you know, college team if we were to play a team like Man City week in, week out, you know what I mean? There's no disrespect on it. It's just simply not the funds. That's a pass, hold on, lovely. Ida, good touch, McGregor. Brilliant 1-2, Maeda out on the outside, please. Oh,
almost deflects and goes in the back of the net, but goes over the bar instead.
It's good. That's twice Maeda's got it on that left hand side and tried to force a touch of some kind off of the defender, and that one took a bit more of a fortunate nick. Kind of made Laidlaw think for a second, is that going to go near me? Had his arms outstretched, but thankfully, at least for him, it goes over the bar. So we do have a corner kick at the very least. County looking dangerous. They look respectably dangerous, like I said. They'll be, it's kind of cautionary counter-attacking, as you'd like to call it. They're just kind of waiting to see what mistakes we make rather than try to create chances for themselves. Ball in, awkward, looping over everybody, though it's not really too threatening in the end. That's a few times we've gotten into the right positions but not really put them into the right places. I respect his skills, tried to kind of go for the run and flick up, but always going to be a bit hard when you're in that kind of weirder angle where you're running away from the post rather than towards it. Oh shit, that's unlucky, Jim, sorry man. No, everyone's congressing in towards the midfield space, so the ball's been swung out high by Laidlaw. Someone will get there. It's going to be a Navy shot the first time round. The likes of Shamrock Rovers or Shelburne, yeah, probably the lower ones like Motherwell and stuff, because I mean, if you take the recent results, I mean, that's happened before, right? So you have to kind of take it like that. But for the most part, I'd say up to the level of maybe, I'd say, who's a good like midway point? Like a Hibs? Would I say that's a good kind of respectable one? But the likes of Dortmund are to us what we are to the likes of the country. Exactly that, man, you've hit it spot on. Like, there are levels to the game, and unfortunately in football there are a lot of fucking levels. Right now I'd say we're very much mid-level. Like, yeah, we can cause the occasional problem, but we're not ever going to be an everlasting threat in Europe unless we do some serious back investment that kind of gives us like an academy that's like filled with messy regens basically, so you have to look at it like that. Thank you to the people that subscribe, by the way, that's very kind of you. I've just noticed that. trust he's more than happy to play a bit more defensive for now. He's stepping back and allowing Scales to be the one that steps out, which I like because it gives Carter Vickers those outside routes. No, that's not bad at all, mate. Not bad at all. So I think there's a junkie screaming outside my flat, which is always fucking pleasant. That's good. County's got it. They'll go for the high end, swing it.
Scales win this, he can.
Hold on a second.
It's into the fate of Ross County to go. And the slow build up play will continue.
Give me 2 seconds, I'm going to tell that junkie
Celtic
to shut the fuck up.
No worries. We've got. Meanwhile, we have got. It looked as if it was going to be a front, but it's not. Trusty.
Shut your fucking mouth, man! Aye! You! Cunt!
Fucking whistling like a goddamn fucking chimney sweep. Like, shut your mouth. Fucking hell, man. People standing out of the smoking area right outside my flat fucking doing whistling sounds like that. That's lovely, man. Like,
shut your mouth, who? Me? Aye, you.
Like, bro, that's fantastic. Like, just stop your shit for like 10 minutes, man. So we've been doing that for the past like 15 minutes. I've heard it the entire time. It's been getting loud. It's fine though. I think it's good.
Is that his talent? He can whistle.
Aye, to be fair, it's all that cocaine they sniff, man.
Scales.
Makes them as hollow as a goddamn fucking pan flute.
Or just casually getting some stranger roasted on stream. Love it.
Nah, it's just that it's always like, you know what I mean. It's always those ones that are clearly like.
No, I know. It's just funny because they're the ones that are like delusional and out of it.
Oh, hold on a minute, Chance. I don't give a shit about what's happening outside my door. I give a shit what's happening on this pitch right now. Let's go. Come on, go on, Skills. Do something, please. A football. Oh, that is a football. That could have been a football. That's unlucky, to be fair. I like that for my either. Just a wee bit unlucky not to get on the outstretch, so to speak.
It's not. I don't think it's a Rangers supporter, Joseph. It's just the area that the man lives in.
No, there's a bunch of. To put it in the nicest way possible, the area I live in's got one of those like grants that allow a bunch of people that, for better lack of the term, don't speak English into these flats, and a few of them don't really respect the fucking basics of not drinking before 12 p.m. It's played forward. We can potentially do something like that. Ah, hold on a second, there is something we can do with that. It's lovely for Rio, played out towards space, here's Arm. Cross ball, lovely, good clearance again for County. They seem to be really defending that fucking centre piece of the 6-yard box. They're really stopping the central approach. All I need to say to you, Rab is east of Glasgow. Like North Atlantic's man. It's not good out here, I'll say that much, man. Drug use is as high as it's basically ever been. And I'm not talking the small ones. It's kind of why I get the fuck out here in some aspects, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Can't do shit if I don't have money, so that is what it is. That's good, alright. I was wondering why Maeda was just sidestep, man. He was just sailed around the ball. You should know yourself, Rab, mate. You should know yourself. It's pretty bad at some places. Really need to start to show some fucking form of fight, man. This is feeling like one of those really stale.
This feels as if it's going to be a fucking sluggish game.
I mean, I don't like to throw the term European hangover about because it's not as if we even really got drunk at the party in the Champions League midweek, right? We basically showed up and got bottled and told to go the fuck home. So there's no excuse to be hungover here. They have to kind of wake up and go, right, lads, no offence, it's County. You know what I mean? See, like Alex Ferguson.
That's a needless tackle, Cal.
Because
And
County
again,
realise
it's
the
that
difference between the
youngster-
clubs and show a bit of respect by not playing a constant high line against us. Aye, do that stockroom. It's a pretty good analogy of what's happening right now. Like County aren't afraid of the high press. They're kind of realising, well, if we go inside, they'll go outside. So make sure that there's always someone to kind of pincer on that outside.
And yeah,
kinda
again,
pot.
and yeah, again, it's one of the two youngsters that you said would cause us problems for County.
How you doing, first time chat? How you doing, Mark? Nice to see you. Hello all, been listening to all the games but found a way to finally post on live chat using Android. Took you long enough. Well, welcome brother. I hope you're well, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Been a pleasure. Again, I presume you're one of the walkers. We always have a bunch of them, mate, so don't worry about it all. It's nice to have you in chatting with us now. County have a header. It was looking a bit more dangerous again, the camera angle, because it's so low. Those pop-up headers look like they've got a bit of speed to them, but it was just kind of floated into Schmeichel's hands in the end. But I think County have actually had a shot on target while we haven't. So, Scotland football team are shit. Not going to disagree with Stephen. We've all kind of unanimously said that since they were basically formed. Never thought about that.
I was going to say this is a Celtic stream, not our national team stream. But okay.
Might have got confused. County's colours can be quite convincing. Here's my header. Played in. Lovely touch. How's your... the second one was poor for Rio. The pop-up was nice though. Kept under control. There's a whip and there's another ball that's landing in someone's back garden. He's got two of them now. Like this header and now whatever the fuck that was. We're starting to get a wee bit frustrated. You can tell by the look on Jail's face. He's no pleased with where that's one's pretty much ended up because it's in no fucking Z. No problem at all, mate. Love having extra people. Anyone that can come in and chat, you're more welcome to do so. Because we do have, you can check out analytics. There's a lot of people that watch me on their TVs and you can't comment when you're on your TV. So the TV people, what's happening? Hope you're well. I see yous. I know yous are out there. That's good for County again. I'll tell you what, winning more and more of the midfield battles, although my aid does kind of went for the trip up effect, kind of did enough to keep the pressure on, but cleared away comfortably in the end by Laidlaw. They should gather it, and there's a bit of a chase down now. Johnston gets it ahead of time, but be a toss up who's throwing it, as I think it's been given Celtic's way from first glance. I'll be real with it. Gamble doesn't look too happy, but I think it's fair. There's a Celtic throw-in, that's good. So when you look at the first half an hour or so how this game's gone, Flash, how you kind of like rallying it off? If you're going like 3 positives, 3 negatives, what would you kind of say would be the layout so far?
Negatives is we look like very some of the players look like they've got kind of bags of nerves when they're on the ball in certain areas of the pitch. We just got the shop in terms of the back line.
Good for Johnston.
Alistair Johnston at the back post.
Maeda! Oh, again, that low camera angle makes those pop headers look so much more dangerous, but I don't think that was honestly anywhere near the target. It might have been like a floater over the bar, I'll be honest, but nothing more than that. Let's have a look.
I almost got interrupted by a Celtic goal, but it's not. It's past the post.
That low camera angle is such a throw-off, man.
Yeah. It's about 2 feet outside the post, actually. It looked way closer.
I'm so glad that shit's getting scrapped, Virtual. You've not put your telly licence. I mean, I don't think anyone has since 2017. That's why you're stopping that shit.
But the positives, I've seen some good football. It's just not consistent.
Oh, speaking of that, let's
here's
touch.
what I'm on a bit back.
Trusty son, get your feet sorted. Does eventually. That could have been fucking awkward, man. McGregor and Trusty look a wee bit leggy.
Shop and stop playing these freaking corner passes in our own half. These corner passes and Dyson Maeda into the box and it's a corner Celtic.
How you doing, Kenny? Nice
Because when
to
we
see
get
you.
in those tight spaces corners, fair play to the opposition, but it's out of our own doing. Do you know what I mean? It's just so frustrating to see.
I'd say there's argument on both ends of the spectrum in that one, Rab, I'll be honest with you. I feel like, obviously, with experience and all that, there's obviously your benefits, but, I mean, most companies now don't give a shit about what age you are because they want you dead before you reach state pension age. Realistically, in this country, that's the way it goes. So most of the time they'll want someone that's younger, because at least that way they can work them for 35 years and then kill them off. Can't really do it if you're already in your 60s, you know what I mean? They'll probably go, well, what, we get 2 years out of him? Nah, not worth it. It's the sad reality of the world, man. You take a look at a motherfucker like me, and I'm someone that's quite, like, I'm disabled, but I'm physically fit, right? I do my best to keep myself physically fit, and I'm apparently not fit enough to work. So that should tell you the state of affairs in this country, you know what I mean? It's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, and then there's other situations that people have been, well, myself, waiting like 4 years for an operation, but we won't go into that on stream.
Because there is a counter, was a potential for a counter. Still might be there, actually. How's the touch? Lovely. How's the layoff? Lovely. How's the cross? Good. It's a little bit lackluster, I'll be honest with you, but that's what we need to do. 1-2 movement. Good interception, early run there. Give credit where it's due. That's lovely work for you that you kind of force the ball forward. That's the first time we've seen the big man really chase the ball down this game. Shows what happens when you do. That's good for the Irishman. Unlucky.
Does Virtual just give you his assessment of the question you asked me?
Getting down the wings, getting in behind and holding formation. I can honestly say that two of them I absolutely agree with. Two of them I would have said, because we are getting down the wings well and we are really doing well at holding formation. But the negatives, yeah, holding the ball too long and taking too. I'd say, yeah, for me it's time. We're taking way too much time to really pick those key passes. We're giving Ross County a lot of free extra seconds to basically pick a pass or like kind of stabilise where they're going to go, and it's just looks a wee bit slow, you know what I mean? Like, we're not playing as fast as we should do. It's a wee bit unlucky. For now, County do have a free kick off sorts for about 45-ish yards. I'd say about 40 yards if anything. But we do need to try and string together a bit more quick consistency. There's another half chance for County, another P-roller that goes towards. It depends on the job role, I suppose that's true. I mean, you're not going to want a fucking 18-year-old Prime Minister, because all vapes are now legal, dog. No, fuck that shit. I'd prefer like an older man in charge for that sort of type of thing. But you don't want someone that's too old to the point where they're blind to the modern views. And Gills is giving the ball away again, that's not good. There's another break for County. Don't really know if this formation change is really doing anything for us, because again, man, twice in a row. Here's a potential break for County.
Denholm on the ball for Ross County. Denholm is passing it back
Towards Campbell, who cut it across. They've got options here, but Nismet's looking for the simple options. Lovely fake out, lovely interception, good awareness. Quick break, this is where we need to move.
Gills on the ball.
Maeda's got those options.
That's a terrible pass. That's an absolute terrible pass.
Ugh. Very poor on all
That's so
fronts.
disappointing, man.
It's not exactly what we needed there, I'll be honest with you. The right idea was there, but the slicer pass was probably the wrong call when you have 2-3 bodies trying to mark out one small 5'8" fucking player. It's very end to end in some aspects.
It was like I was saying earlier, the two youngsters that are creating the problems for us when County do have the ball. It's funny enough, the two that the man here mentioned to me before the game, which is Aidan Denholm and then the boy Ronan Hale that's having a good season for County. There are two problems right now, it seems.
Very much spot on, honestly. Like, we're not really getting enough dignified movement. The centre backs look as stale as ever. Like, they're pretty much weeping fucking angels. It's only when County turn their back to them that they actually try and move forward. And again, like, I don't have any disrespect towards the wingers, because Maeda and Kuhn are doing what they can. When they get the ball, they're trying to funnel into space. But what are they supposed to do? Because, I mean, Ida's only making those off-the-ball runs when he sees that there's a guaranteed space. So, again, when County have that three at the back, they just put Leak or Lapoca or whoever the hell they've got. Please, rebound shot. There is the rebound. Let's see if it rebounds into space. It's another one straight into the hands. The Laidlaw again. It's a bit better from us. At least we forced the goalkeeper to actually do something. But once again, it's a very stale effort, given the fact that it's a bunch of touches in and around the box again. Attack from the edge first of all, and then a couple of rebounds and bounce arounds. Eventually, Ida kind of scuffs it out with his right foot. Doesn't really find anyone in the end though, which is a bit of an unlucky one. Team is still shell shocked from Tuesday. This just shows how much the midfield miss Taylor making space. I feel like the key miss in this team right now, honestly, I feel like if there's a key piece, I would say maybe bring on Bernardo for Angels. Just because Angels doesn't look himself, and I think
Ross
Bernardo...
County are on a breakaway here. Ball up to the right wing. Ball goes in, and Ross County are complaining for a handball here. I didn't see a handball, personally.
I think it's a drag
Ball
back
goes
for
back
that
in.
original foul.
Catch for Schmeichel. Why
Schmeichel,
didn't you
what the
catch that?
fuck, man?
He punches it.
Well claimed. There's going to be a chase down, a bit better. Can at least put some pressure on, but doesn't necessarily do anything particularly great. We need a playmaker, yeah. Bernardo is exactly my shout. There we go. We need a break now. Right, don't fucking slow the play down and then cut it back. We have to move forward, boys. Wait, what the fuck should stop the play for? He's going to VAR.
VAR. VAR.
What for, man? Of course.
It could be penalty to Ross County for the fact that they were complaining for a handball. Oh no.
For something, man. Are you fucking taking the piss?
And give us a second, guys.
This is typical fucking bullshit, man. This is actually typical fucking bullshit.
I didn't see anything in that, did you?
It's one of those replays that I guess you need to see in very, very slow motion.
But just saying every day of a week is a penalty. Well, that's what they were complaining about.
It's typical, man. The fucking... Oh, hold on, we've got a reason to try and give them a penalty. Fucking ridiculous. Actually fucking ridiculous. Of course this shit would happen. Fucking every time, man. Every time. I guess it's happening then. It is a clear handball. I'm not going to sit there and bullshit.
Fine and...
Nothing else you can say. It's classic Celtic, right? We decide we can stroll up and half-arse it. This is what we're getting for our efforts. Well done, boys. Yous are now going to have to try and fucking do something here. Save a fucking penalty or something. I don't know, but doesn't look too potentially promising when we've not really had too much. I did say that there's a high chance County would get the fucking first goal against us today. I suppose I'm right. But the fact that it's stale. It's so unbelievably stale. Nothing else to say. Come on, Casper.
It's a penalty out of our own fucking doing as well, because...
Like I said, it'll be our own mistakes. Like it's always our own mistakes. It's just kind of how things go for us. It's unlucky from Scales' perspective, but you shouldn't have just... Keep your hand in there, man. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. The proper preliminary feed on this side for now. But I think it's Haley's going to just... He'll have a big chance to put this in the back of the net and basically kill our hopes in towards this end of this first half anyway. It'll be a good fucking wake-up call. Ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Step up. Casper! Saves it! Let's go, son! Well fucking done! Good. Right, we have fucking something, man. Oh, no, fuck out, here we go. What this time are we going to... It's a retake. I can already... It's a fucking retake, innit? No, that's fucking bullshit. What, he steps off his line by what, 1.01 seconds, and that's enough for a retake. I've seen so many goalkeepers do that. I've actively seen goalkeepers do that every time against us, but that's fine now. Okay, got it, man. Fucking ridiculous. Again, they're just handing them the fucking chance, ain't they? It's typical. Well, I guess if they miss, then they'll probably have to retake it until they score again, as per the rules. What the fuck is that, man? Actually, what the fuck is that? There is no reason that should have been retaken. It doesn't really even step off his line. I want to point this out. It's as soon as he contacts it that Casper's leg comes off the line, which is when you're legally meant to do so. But they play it forward by like a 0.5 second. Casper looks raging and he has every fucking right to be. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, there we go. That one's in, so they'll make sure that one stands. It's 1-0 County. They've got their goal. Fantastic for them, I guess. They're trying to do that celebration even though they're like literally still very far beneath us. But they've got their penalty, they've scored it. Classic bullshit. We'll love to see it. That's how it goes sometimes. It's a well taken penalty. Schmeichel doesn't even bother diving because if I was him I'd be the same. Apparently if you step off your line by 0.0 fucking 2 seconds it gets retaken. Ridiculous fucking standards, man. But nonetheless, we're going to have to bounce back and show some actual football now. Hale's got his goal. He's made it 4th for the season. Good for him, I suppose. But it shows what happens, man. We have basically most of the fucking attack for ourselves and then it falls apart, man. Classic bullshit. What else can you do? What else can you do? We're going to need to bounce back now, boys. We're going to need to go off on a bit of a run. Let's see how the team responds. That's exactly it. You know what I mean? We still have to get, you know, something out of this game, but we have to start firing on all fucking cylinders. There's no half cuts now. We have to actually start playing some goddamn football. No half cuts, no half measures. Had to mute Flash while he sorts out some of these technical issues now, because obviously I have to pull up a different exterior feed. Oi, there's a half chance, there's a crossing now. Oh, fucking Giles is down. And he's stayed down. Our best player is now at bench. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Murphy's goddamn law.
Stephen's 3-1 prediction is on.
Well, I did say 4-1. I just didn't expect it to be so much.
I said 4-0 and you said 4-1, but man, to concede a goal like that.
When Giles is on his feet and moving, so that's something, I guess. You know what I mean? At least he's up and fit.
Why is it always something out of our own fucking doing as well? By the way.
Whoa, awkward. A bit of a chase down, but Schmeichel will gather it, no real problems at all. Here's a break for McGregor, potential run down that right hand side for Maeda, potential movement, go for it, please keep it going, there we go, something. I mean, Celtic don't look like they're half-arsed, to be honest with you. Let us shut, we're 1-0 down? Who cares, I want my half-time cup of tea before I start bothering to be arsed. Such a half-arse shift for most of these lads, man. Barely seen too much of either. I think he's been on the end of 2 or 3 runs and that's about the extent of it. Very poor across the board, man. Like, sure, we're getting into spaces, we're getting onto the wings and we're getting into the box. Like, that's fantastic, but it's the same issue as, you know, dancing around the box for 20 minutes before we decide to pop said chance off. It's kind of pointless if you're not going to really make it count. And in fairness to County, it's in their name. They made it count themselves.
Wait, how's that not, Phil? Okay, now you gave it.
There's a very strange sequence of events. All I can really say to that one is it is what it is, but there is maybe a potential chance for us to swing something in here. You've got McGregor and Giles standing over it, so there's always potential for us to do some form of damage.
Ball in.
Awkward.
Come on!
Past both of them. Ida was on the outstretch, couldn't really get there, and his Virtual so delicately and angelically puts it. Ida's shite. Doesn't get anywhere really near it. He goes for it, in fairness. He goes for like a high scissor kick, and I'll always respect a man that shows acrobatics, but he just misses it entirely. You know what I mean? See when you go for like a 360 quick scope in Black Ops and then you just completely miss it and you feel a wee bit shit afterwards? It's kind of like that. That's what's happened there.
To be fair, I would like to see McGowan get a lot more minutes as well.
Honestly, at this point, bring fucking Bernardo and McGowan on and take out fucking Rio and Giles, because both of them seem to be wasting a spot in the pitch right now.
They look very, what's the 2 words, lackluster?
Probably a good way to summarise it so far. I mean, it's classic that the county goal is a penalty. It's typical. Oh, fucking hell. I tapped it. Schmeichel!
Have you not caught that?
Nah.
How have you not caught that?
I'm sorry, man. He's just a fucking heart incarnate, man. He keeps a few clean sheets and eggs. He can start spilling balls straight at him. Get a fucking grip of your gloves now, cunt. Do not do that shit. Do not start doing Joe Hart type of stuff. I don't need that type of propaganda. No. Stop. County have a corner kick, though. Guy Daff and Keogh go on would be a sensible decision, honestly. But we need to stay with this. County have physical bodies, so there's definite awkward potential here.
Get it away.
I like that for Maeda.
Oh.
That's a...
Alistair Johnson's kind of panicked there, and it's thrown to Ross County.
It's not the worst touch I've ever seen.
No, I like it. Better safe than sorry. But what's annoying me about that sequence there is, I don't know if you noticed me, but nobody seems to be giving them a shout, and the referees blow the whistle. Come on, fuck Celtic!
Oh, probably not the exact ideal half of football. I'm believing that we only had maybe one shot on target. Not exactly ideal. County do get their opening goal though, so I suppose that's fair. And like I said, we do kind of need to wake ourselves the fuck up. But that is half time here, so if you want to go and get yourself a cup of tea or something, you're more than welcome to do so. But as Neil says, it's a very much a joke game so far. 110%. Every part of that was bad, but nonetheless, we still have 45 minutes to salvage it. It's not like fucking Dortmund a few days ago where we were 5-1 down and we're like, well, that sucks. We can still salvage it 100%, man. Like, it's just going to need to make some changes. But again, this is probably Rodgers' problem. Is like, well, why isn't this team strong enough to just go out and fucking waltz these cunts? And technically, we've made the chances, but we're not really taking them. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Laidlaw's been tested maybe once, and that's it. You know what I mean? Apparently, Casper can't fucking grab a goddamn ball straight at me either. So that's a bit of a concern as well. But I suppose what it is. Kyogo, Forrest and Yang at 60 minutes. Nah, because we don't need to take off all front three. Again, what's Maeda done wrong this game? What's Kuhn done wrong? Not really much. It's just because they've not really had the service. I would take Ida off. Say that's fair. Get Kyogo on. Taking Gilles off. Probably give McCowan some minutes. Take Atati off. Give some Bernardo some minutes. And I'd probably argue getting Trusty or Scales off the pitch because neither of them look aware. And give Nowitzki some minutes. Because you might fucking well. It's a game of two halves, hopefully. Yeah, well, I mean, it is the kind of telltale sign of this season so far for us, where we have a very stale first half, followed up by a very good second, or at least a very, in comparison, better second. So, hopefully, Rodgers once again just gets in at half time and goes for the arms folded and just kind of, right, boys, do we really need to do this again? So, do you need to have your character question?
Change in the midfield, either Bernardo or McGowan coming on. It needs, livened up.
Suppose that's one valid way to kind of summarise it, but that is half time here. I suppose I should kind of promote. So please like this stream. That would be cool. That would be very nice of you. Please consider subscribing. If you go into the description, there's a bunch of links. I have my Instagram down there if you want to go and follow that, although I never use it and it's on private, so be aware of that, I guess. You can subscribe if you haven't. That'd be very cool. We're trying to get towards 2,000, so that'd be very nice. And you can become a member as well. There's a bunch of different tiers. There's super chats if you want to give me money for some reason. All the options are there now if you would like to. But there you go. That's basically everything I need to cover. That first half was fucking woeful. That was terrifically bad. Nothing about that was good. I want to actually, play jump rope with a ceiling, if that makes sense, with a good old fashioned, well fastened tie. Not good, but it is what it is. It's football, I mean, you're always going to have bad halves, but that was a very stale half of football. That wasn't a bad half, that was a stale half of football. There's a stark difference. It was just woefully bad. We're still going to win it potentially. I mean, there's always routes to win it. I mean, again, it's just about tweaking some minor things, and we should be all right. To be honest with you, Neil. Celtic need to be more aggressive and competitive. I think that's the bare minimum we need to worry about right now. The main thing is that we need to be more composed. There is no composure. There is no invention behind the creative midfield passes. The balls into the box just seem a bit stale, with the exception of Maeda, who's at least trying to force a nick off of a defender or try and get a bit of a sliced pass into weird spaces. He's put the ball into the box a good few times, the same way Kuhn has on the other side. But the difference is, there's just no service in the midfield, you know what I mean? We're not getting those balls to funnel out into the places that we need to, because McGregor's having to stay back to cover for Gilles, who's stepping way too far out, and Atati's just there, you know what I mean? Sure, he's on the edge of the box sometimes, but nonetheless, that kind of is how it goes. Well, love to see that, man. Is that a resub? Well, I mean, I suppose I just directly thank you, so thank you, Flash. Very cool. That's incredible. There you go. Well, that's what happens. You get like a little animation that plays for you and stuff like that as well, so if you would like to, that's the best thing you can do. And Flash now is like a different colour badge and that as well. I think between him and Donald, I don't know if Donald's in here, but if Donald's in here, I know he resubbed over the last few days as well. The midfielder lacking Taylor's space and help in there to all the haters in the cup game. It just shows how important a player he is. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I think it's more of a overall issue with the fact that our wingers are so far fucking back. I mean, Maeda and Kun are by tradition left wingers, right wingers. They're playing left mid and right mid. They're not getting the freedom or space because they're having to step in all the time. It's very straightforward. We just need to push them out a wee bit more and we should be fine. Without Taylor and Carter Vickers, apart from Carmack, the leaders of the park are missing. Well, no, because we still do have solid outlets. I mean, Johnston seems to be commanding at least his area of the park fair enough. He's at least kind of guided and trusted to be in the right areas, which is a bit of a plus. But yeah, I think I'm on board with you. I think those three changes are the ones that make the most sense. But that is stupid. Like, it comes off his line by like a literal half second, and again the ball's moving in that frame. By the way, they freeze it after the ball's taken. That's what's so confusing. I thought it's meant to be on contact, not after. Unless that was one of their convenient fucking rule changes. I genuinely do not know. In some aspects, honestly, McGinley, yeah. But I don't think Rodgers has ever actually said that I just give us everything now. I don't think he's that type of manager. I think it's just the fact that most of the boys very comfortable start of the season, everything seems fine, and then you get a huge reality check in the Dortmund game, and there's just that kind of languishing hangover effect, you know what I mean? Well, once like a prime boxer loses one fight, they start to doubt themselves, and then they lose a second fight, and they're like, oh shit. This is what's happening right here. This is like the second fight after a fighter loses his first main event one, and he's kind of going, shit, I'm on the ropes, how do I bounce back? It's about how we swing back in the second half. Hey then, look, nice to see you, man. You're watching the game on your TV, but you couldn't miss the live stream. What's the score? I can show you quickly, Doug, but right now it's 1-0 to Ross County. They are leading 1-0 with a penalty in the 43rd minute. Schmeichel did save the first one, but they decided to retake it because Schmeichel came off his line very, very slightly early. County managed to score it and now they're leading. And this is on 20% possession, by the way. They're essentially Barcelona and Celticing us. We're being inverse Barcelona, no way. But yeah, County are leading the game 1-0, man. It's a bit of a strange one, I'll be fully honest with you. I don't understand why they're number 9 celebrating like it's just won the league, but no biggie dropping points so early in the league with plenty of games to go to make up for it. Never grudge a small teams a victory. I suppose that's fair, but the way that I'm looking at it is that if we lose this game and Aberdeen win later on, which is a very high possibility because they're playing the worst team in the league right now in Hearts, I'd like to maintain first place at the top of the table if that can be at all helped. Needs to change the team. Just one or two tweaks. I don't even think he really needs to even change the players that are on the park. I think he just needs to go back to the formation that we've used for the entire season so far. What was the point in changing the formation for this game? Like, to give Ida a bit more solo space? Like, the guy needs support. Makes less sense to take the wingers away from him and give him those open runs. You were going to put Celtic to win from behind, but wasn't sure County would score. To be fair, we've had a couple of unique bets. We've had 3-1s. I predicted 4-1 at the start. 4-0, 4-1 was like the kind of overall consensus of the chat. So, I mean, it's still technically on, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit of a second half surge that we would need to kind of get this done. If we play this against Aberdeen, we need to play catch up against them. Like, this is the one thing that always does amuse me. It's like we have again like one small stint of our shite and everyone panics. Like, this is 45 minutes when we're not playing good. Again, it's a new formation, new tweaks, new changes, right? Like, this isn't panic stations yet. Panic stations is if County were out playing us. They're not outplaying us, right? They got handed a penalty because Scales can't position his arm correctly. That's it. Again, a very stupid mistake that we have made, that we have given the other team. That's the only reason we're losing.
And then before that, it was 2 very spike passes that led to that.
Hey then,
It just
Ashley, nice
seems like
to see you, man.
we're-
Get injured off very,
It just
very
seems
cool.
like the back of nerves are very much shown.
I wouldn't even put it down to nerves. It's more complacency. It feels like a very much complacent type of performance where it's like, it's county, who fucking cares, man? It's like an early kick-off, we can stroll up to our own thing, we can fucking sleep in a wee bit if we want, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like we've taken this game half-arsed. So Rodgers will probably be at half-time reminding them, hey, this is an actual game of football where there's points on the line, you do fucking know that, right? Like, this, we can't be doing this. It'd be woeful in all aspects. Hi there, Megan, nice to see you, man. And Gilles has been acting shit in the first half, absolutely. Fucking too right. But again, it's down to Rodgers if he wants to make that very early change or not. If he does, honestly, give McCowan it. Because this is the type of game where you'd see McCowan really putting like his pride on the line. You want a guy that supports Celtic on that pitch because you can see that passion come out. I feel like McCowan would be the change, honestly. Him or Bernardo would be. The 5 or 6 for Celtic to win this game looks like a steal in some aspects, I'm not going to lie about it. To be fair, I can't see most placid emojis, so I'm guessing that there was a fire emoji in there somewhere.
Yeah, it was a fire emoji.
We're playing bad, Megan, that is in the summarising of the parts. The best way to put it is we're playing absolutely fucking horribly. I'll show you the scoreline right now. Have a gander. We're 1-0 down, which is always fantastic. We conceded for a penalty, which is always fantastic. Tick it off your SFA bingo card. But they've had 90% of the ball in less than 100 passes.
Saved one.
I mean, that's the worst part. 97 passes, by the way, to our 396, yet they seem to have done more when they've had the ball. That tells you how fucking stale the football is right now. It's not good. It's not good at all. I've got nothing left. It feels bad. It's not exactly ideal, I'll be honest with you. We miss Bruni on days like this. Too right. Hell, you miss so many like key players that kind of what even a fucking Effie Ambrose would do right now, because at least at the very least, you know, he would get physical. Like Trusty doesn't even do that. Like Ambrose would be like, I am playing shit, elbow to the side of the head, like at least I contribute yellow card. You know what I mean? Like you've got something that you can work with there, but nah, Trusty's just like on the pitch to be there. I feel like the only reason we're playing him is just to justify the fact that we spent £7.5 million fucking quid on him, and we're like, we don't want to call him a flop, but we know he's a flop, but we're just playing him the same way that we did with Shane Duffy or Matt Phillips, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can play a couple of games. Once January hits though, mate, you might be going out on loan. Stephen, you only come in here to talk about Liverpool and then immediately as soon as Megan pops in chat, calm it. She's in here to enjoy the game, my guy. Horse? What the fuck are you... Horse? Are you talking about the old basketball game that you'd play? Where you'd make a shot and if they fail you get like a H on your name? I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Robert, how you doing, man? Nice to see you, brother. There's a familiar face. Hope you're well, man. I mean, I say that, I hope that you're well until you see the scoreline. Oh, 101 on horse odds. Ooh. Is that what it means? Give the lads a... Let me try and restructure that sentence in my fucking brain. Give the lad that's now got his chance to play for the supported club a chance. Yes, get McCowan on. Let him ball out. Let him do what he needs to do. Who's a flop? Trusty. I mean, I would say so, at least for what we've seen so far, because even in the game that he was okay in, which was the 6-0 against St Johnstone, it was pretty much because St Johnstone didn't really do anything. They weren't really attacking us, so... When you look at it like that, it's a toss-up, man. I suppose you have to look at it like that, it's subjective, right? But for now, we would probably consider him a flop, yes. I would say so. He's very much in the territory of James McCarthy.
I would say so. He's come, even though it's very early in the season and it's only been like 2 months. I'd say it's currently a flop considering he cost us 7.8 million. I'd say it's a flop.
We absolutely do. Need to give him time. Who do we need to give time? Trust
we
it.
do give him time, and that's why I said Ellen is.
Here's my counterpoint to
Trust
this. Like, I'm sorry, right, but this is the type of shit that pisses me off. The guy's a professional footballer.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, right? See if anyone's, he needs time to settle in. Do you get time to settle in at any new job you ever work? Do you get like a 2-week settling in time where your bosses are like, oh, it's fine, you can fuck up the photocopier as much as you want, or you can use all the ink, or you can completely fuck the meeting for us? That's totally fine. No, if it costs your business, you're going to get called out for it. It's really straightforward. Trusty has not played good.
Who is it we said we need to give him time? Basically saying Trusty needs to become trustworthy. Was it? Who said that?
I think it was Rob, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well, what I've got to say to that, Rob, is this is a guy that got relegated, but this is a guy that got relegated from that has been.
He got a full debut against St Johnstone, virtual, if you remember back.
Yeah, this is a guy that's been proven 6 to 7 years in the league that basically calls us a farmers league.
Yeah, and again, this is a guy that, as Megan's just said.
That's all I'm saying, and you're saying yet to.
The second half has kicked off, by the way. I want to point that out. I should just, while we're on the middle of rambling, the second half has officially gotten underway. We're about to get ball rolling back underway. But the summarisation of the part is, look, again, if you are a professional athlete of any capacity, you're based on performance. It doesn't matter if you've got a good track record or if you're fucking potentially a wonder kid. Nobody gives a shit if you can't perform. And Trusty has not given me any even slight note to go, he's good. You know what I mean? I haven't seen any technical ability, the physical ability certainly ain't fucking there. His positional marking is woeful, he's bad in the air. I haven't seen him win a single fucking 50 yet. Scales is doing covering for him. I'm pretty sure Kuhn's done more covering at the back than he has. Do you want to know who he reminds me of? Do you remember Maritz Jens? He's basically a carbon copy of that fucking guy.
Hemming was poor in his first month. I watched it. So did that.
All I'm
I know
saying.
that's all you're saying, mate.
Right,
but,
okay.
But that's
the same rule applies to.
whether we like it.
Let's go through the list.
Whether
Callum
Whether
McGregor.
we like it or not. That's like 30 years ago, right?
Well,
wait, 25 years ago.
Callum McGregor, his first season, right, he was pish. Everyone even said it mutually, like, he had some good games, but he was shite. He's our captain now. I get what you're saying, right? Like, you need to give players time to settle in. But this isn't a child. This isn't an 18-year-old kid. This isn't someone that's coming from a foreign place. He's lived in England, right? He's coming up north. He's not like adjusting to new climates. Lawson was being pulled out of a limelight situation, and because he was a big signing, everyone was like, you need to perform. We didn't even care about getting Trusty. Like, Lawson was a big deal because everyone was expecting him to be a big deal. No one even knew who Trusty was until we were like, who the fuck's this guy that we're buying for Sheffield? Who's he? But that's the difference. You know what I mean? It's the same when we bought Chris Sutton. Like, at first everyone was like, oh, he's not that good, and then immediately he starts firing all cylinders and everyone's like, oh, he's great. It's interesting, you know what I mean? The only reason I'm not talking about it, to be honest with you, Rob, is, let's be honest, nothing's happened so far. Like, it's just side to side, basically. That would be a shoe-in for the US team, yeah. Quotas.
We get it, Robbie. It's just that we were just answering the question in our constructive opinion. Opinion is what makes the world go round.
Well, County seem to be playing a bit of a further up line. That's the one thing I will say out the gate. But I think, in fairness, Celtic have changed their approach as well. Positionally, I think Kuhn's a bit further forward, and so is Maeda. So there's the potential that we might be pushing back into the left and right wing territory. But we'll kind of see how that develops over the course of the game, because it might just be because County's playing a bit of a higher line, so we're trying to hang off the back of them. It's a bit of a pop up there. That should be a throw-in, and there's a throw-in. I know, but like, you know what I mean. Like, everyone kind of knew who the guy was. Like, oh right, okay, like you can kind of get an idea, but everyone, when Trusty was announced, were like, who? Like,
yeah, because even then, Hemming was a Swedish international. Now, when you look back on it, it was a bargain. But this again, price ranges, it's 25 years ago.
Oh, that's a good ball in for County. Casper's out to claim it. At least he doesn't spill it this time. Good for him. Lays out for the back. That's
If not
okay.
longer.
Okay, hold on. Trusty's actually just played a good pass. Let's give him credit where it's due.
Unlucky. That's unlucky.
Good press for Ida. Forces a quick pass. Well dealt with by Campbell though on the play out, and there should be something there for County to chase down if they want it. Rolled out towards that side. Here's Denham. Rolls it forward. There's a bit of a knock over there, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be played on.
I'm surprised the referee did not give a free kick because he usually does.
Well, maybe he's realised they should give some calls. That's nice. In defence wall at the bottom. Exactly. Like he was taught to defend under pressure, and when he's put under tiny pressure, you are so late. Look at I did clarify that we were still talking as the half kicked off. I did clarify this, Mackay. Like we're literally just about heading into the 50th minute. There's a card coming out though. For two of them actually, so I think there was a bit of afters there between Kuhn and the captain and Ross County. I didn't actually see the second part, and of course he goes down like a wee bitch. You're the captain of your club, mate, don't go down like that, it's just sad. Oh, I don't think we'll be saving fucking Trusty's career, I'll say that for free. We're just going to have to keep faith, simple and pure. But Randall for now has gone into the book.
Neil, stop spamming the score when it's false, mate. If it's not happened yet. Like, yeah.
There's a play out from the back. It happens.
Said,
people will put fake scores in for now. It is what it is. Ross County are very genuinely good opponents in most aspects, but again, oh, for fuck's sake, it's a poor giveaway again, Johnston. Ross County's gone from range.
Oh my God, they almost scored.
Casper was off his
God.
line as well. County nearly caught us cold there. Very poor for Johnston. That pass was going to nobody, even if it got through. And it was a lovely pop effort for County. They nearly got a second.
What an effort that is.
Had to take the soft approach and just got unlucky. Fucking wake up, lads, seriously.
Again, just giving the ball away in poor areas of the park.
Not ideal, but again, should be a bit of a wake-up call for the boys to get their fingers out their arses and put themselves back on the board in some capacity. Here's Trusted, receives it from a Hatati back pass. Played out towards Johnston, should get the pass correct this time at the very fucking least. There's options there. Rolled across, could be a run. Here's Valet. Good inside step pass. Here's Maeda. 1-2. Lovely move. Kimmy do it. That's a unlucky one. Jesus Christ. Maybe don't do call overs. I would kind of stunted my thought process for a second there. There's Valet. Played it back. Johnston's beginning to lack. I don't think it's that. I think he's just playing to the level that everyone else is now, which is a bit of a shame because usually he's the one that drives the right hand side of the defence, especially on breaks.
Yes.
Quick cross.
Oh, that's terrible.
And Giles just doesn't look awake. The Belgians having a shocker. I'll be honest with you right now. I feel like McCowan or Bernardo needs to get some minutes.
I usually give him praise, but he needs to get half.
Not ideal, man.
There we go.
There is McCowan. Yes. I was right, all three changes that I thought would make sense if we're all eventually getting brandished on. I think it's Kyogo, McCowan and Bernardo that will feature. The question is it going to be a switch for McGregor in Gills, or is it going to be for Hatati in Gills? That will be the curious one, because McCowan usually plays a lot more central and deep, so it should probably be the skipper, right? That would be my thinking. Good for McGregor though. Really good for McGregor. Still going. McGregor! Oh, that's unlucky. That's good for the skipper. He, at least for the first time this game, just ran at the men. Gave them some problems. Good shot. Doesn't find the target. Seems to be a problem. Just finding that fucking net. But good for McGregor. That's just unlucky. I think the keeper probably might have had that covered. Oof, it's an unlucky shot to be honest with you. It could have done a wee bit better. It seems to be the same theme where I keep saying this. We do well to get the shot away, but we're not putting them on target, and that's causing us a fuck ton of problems. Oi, man.
Kind of funny you mentioned that, Mark, because me and Kakazian here as well were mentioning how well Villa are doing in Europe. on a different note. Oh, go on, Kuhn. Nicely done. And he fucks it up by slipping, and
it just kind of kicks it into the ground, man. When you're marked by
Yeah.
two players, he just kind of forgot that there was a cutback pass on. That's
he
kind
just
of what it
loses
is.
his feet, right?
Still could get away with a break here. It pops up. Johnston should gather that, although the chest away is poor. Like, we seem to be getting off on the idea of giving this one away. Need the Dingwall hero one. Ralston emerging for the shadows with his cape. Right, lads, I'll show you how it's done.
97th minute winner.
Hey, who fucking knows, man? If it works, then maybe there's a... Maybe he needs to... the Bricky gets to build his own statue, who knows? McGregor, out towards Valet. There could be a potential break on. There's a bit
He
more...
gets to build it out of bricks instead of the usual
Made out of pure grit and gravel.
bolt. Like,
That's a good ball in. Lovely inside touch. The layoff is good. Cut back crosses surely on. It's poor for Rio again.
my
How many
God.
fucking times, man? Into the right area. Poor last pass. Still have it. Edge of the area in the final third. Johnston has to
show
cut
more
back.
options, guys. But how's he only getting 2 options here and they're backwards?
Valet's more or less posted in the centre mid position now. It's a cut in inside. It's poor. It's going to roll through and Laidlaw's gathered it. It's just there's no creative fucking outlet at all, man. How you doing, Anton? Nice to see you, brother. Hope you're well. This performance is the worst. Probably, I wouldn't say it's worse than the performance on Tuesday because there's something just sad about losing 7-1. But this is stale. This is stale as fuck. I think Forrest is getting warmed up to come on as well. By the way, I think he might be featuring for either Maeda or Kuhn. I would imagine Kuhn because he's on a yellow card and we don't want to risk giving him on a red. Nice attempt for County to try and flick that one on through the legs of Valet, who's probably been the best defender out of the lot today. I want to give the boy the credit where he's due. He's been there and trying to cause some form of problem. Probably say he's been the best out of the back four quite comfortably. At least we know that Bricky will give her on 20%. Ah, damn fucking right, man. He'll put his shoulder on his sleeve and he'll try and carry the whole team, but it's it'd be a bit sad if the reliable hero of our journey was Anthony Ralston. At least Trusty, look at him. That's the first time I've seen you bust ass in like 50 minutes. Good to see it, man. Can you show some fight now, man? I don't want to shit on you. I want to really, like, I want you to play good, man. Please do so. He's got options. Plays a good pass. That's good. Right, that's a solid starting block to build on. Valet out towards Maeda. Left hand side counter attack is on. Step in pass is there. Rio. Lovely cut. Maeda. Oh, it's a good save for Laidlaw, in fairness. That's the difference of a goalkeeper that really stands his ground. Maeda doesn't look too happy about it. It looks like he's staying down, which is never a good fucking sign. I don't think it's a penalty for Watchalong. I'll be fully real with you, man. Keeper came out, sprawled his body, got the ball. I think there's a county player that's down as well. Let's have a closer look at this to be 100% sure. Nah, absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's a follow through on the player. I can agree, but he gets a touch on the ball. Ball and then the follow through. Yeah, that reverse angle just about saves the guy's skin, I'll be honest with you. It definitely isn't a penalty, they'll watch, I'll be honest. They might review it, who knows, but I don't know why he's down and injured. That's the one thing I will say. It might get reviewed. I genuinely think they might do so, but it's yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, if they gave a penalty for that, I would take it, but 2, I would easily say that's a joke because he does get a touch on the ball and then the man. Yes, he does, Virtual. Even the slow-mo picks it up.
It's not a lot of contact, admittedly, but he does get his studs on it and then follows through on the player afterwards. It's as like a respectable challenge. It's because it's like the follow through. That's the only question about it. But I think it's just going to be a drop ball scenario and we'll get the ball rolling again. So at least we know VAR only works for one team. I suppose we can always look at that, but I don't think it's really worth checking. Maeda's going to try his best to funnel that one.
Celtic fans behind that goal getting frustrated as we are right now. Yellow card's been handed out.
Losing control of the game in some aspects, I think. He looks like a fucking thicker Edward, man. Jesus Christ. Fete's been put in the book. Okay, well there you go. We are getting to the point in the match where I think substitutes need to be made. I think we're getting towards the 65th minute mark where that would make sense to start bundling them on in numbers. Good work for Valet again, just kind of taking his man with him. McGregor kind of does a spin pass, gets it out towards Trusty, who seems to be a bit more involved. Good for McGregor. I like that. Gets any space. There's a bit of chase down, so it's a bit playing it safe, and then we'll just buy the corner. That's okay. That's something. There's a wee outburst for the away end, just to try and get them a wee bit more awake and aware for this. Tyson off because he didn't get a transfer. Don't think that's the case, man. Yeah, it just seems to be a wee bit down in his luck. Anyway, Gaz, nice to see you, man.
Then goes with the corner. Ball goes in. Back. It's
No, it's not
right
good.
to no. It's no one, because no one was in the centre for some reason. We were all piled at the back post, either at the front post. Per set, we freaking set up.
Awkward touch, shots
Shot
away.
away.
Takes another cannon bounce, scales out towards space. Valet gets enough on the pass. It's still awkward. Roll off pass for the
Beautiful.
Spaniard. Whipped across, awkward and high, and it's Rio that can't get it under control. They do not look interested at all about getting back into this game. Maeda, again, doing all the work he can out in that wing with the limited chances he's got. Can't fault the guy at all, man. Valet, brilliant down that left hand side, gets a brilliant cut off pass across. Rio doesn't look interested and just kind of scythes it. And the changes are eventually on. There we go. And Gels, Hatate, Ira, they're the three that take to the, well, they take to the bench, I should say, and the others are going to take to the pitch, and it's going to be Bernardo, McCowan and Kyogo. So McGregor is staying on. That's the one thing that we will say. I think McCowan will probably be pushed. I'd imagine he'd be forced out left, I'd imagine, and let Bernardo roam free out on the right.
Yeah, unless he pushes McCowan back and then pushes Callum forward. But we'll see.
Yeah, the Maeda and Valet link has actually been quite an interesting watch this game. It's been a very, very, very small silver lining and a very, very big stream of shit.
Let McGowan with an attempt to put a ball over the top. We get a throw in out of it.
Well, there's half an hour or so in this game, and I'd imagine a couple of minutes of additional time to try and get something in this. If we get a goal in the next 15, we can always consider pushing for the win, and then comfortably so. But if we want to show any signs of that, we need to start putting shots on target at the very goddamn least. Rolled out to space, there's a good cross opportunity, cuts it back instead. McGregor doesn't get it under control.
McGowan, back to captain. Wait a bit of movement here, Celtic.
Good from Valet. He'll go for the shift. Maeda's got that look cross there. Goes inside instead. Not the move at all, but it will cut back across for Johnston. Overlapping ball. Header across and nobody makes the run, man. Ida's just... Fucking hell, man. That's like an Ida type ball, and it's the second he gets taken off as well. It's fantastic, man. Fuck's sake.
Look, McGowan.
Here's McGowan, ball, back stick, overlapping ball. It's going to go for everyone. You know what they say, every streamer's shit has a silver lining. I'm absolutely convinced nobody has said that besides me prior to that point, but if it's a saying, then it's probably in some Chinese proverb somewhere. Laidlaw's going to clear this one as far as he can muster it up. Let's see what happens. Who's going to win the knock-on? For once, that's Trusty's first knock-on win of the day, by the way. I'm being serious about that. That's the first one he's won. Fair play to him. He seems to be getting a bit more energetic as the game goes on. That's a lovely ball. Maeda might keep the chase alive. He will keep the pressure on, but holy shit. Well, I mean, I suppose that's one way to kind of get rid of the ball if you're in doubt. Just absolutely.
We definitely need a goal to push us on. Like, you can just tell. What's going on?
Hopefully doesn't look too happy. There might be a potential switch or something, I don't know. Maybe a change. Nope. That was just a hold up for the sake of it being a hold up. Okay, Trusty has the ball.
Probably a ball. Something.
Rolled out into space. Potential roll out into midfield. Good touch. How's your
Well
control?
played.
Respectable. But the
Oh,
fucking...
that's terrible.
I'm so... this is getting really irritating now. How many times do we get into that space and then make the wrong pass? just try and cross it when you're in there.
Powell makes a nice. Powell Bernardo makes a nice little there, and Alistair Johnson for some reason just gives him a bank. Powell's still running. He's not even looking there.
Every time you put it, right, pick a player, Watchalong, I'll insult them for no reason. Only one gets it though, because all of them are too shit to, I don't have the strength to insult every single one of them. They all know how shite they're playing right now. Well, yeah, McCowan's a player for the future, Anton. I'd say that's probably valid to say, Chief. Ross County's captain looks like he's had he's seen some things.
2 subs for Ross County.
We're running out of time to do something, man. I pulled an all-nighter for this.
Going off.
Oh, that's a bit of a surprising change. It's going to be Chilvers and Hale that comes off for Laturi and Greaves, which is surprised because Hale was probably one of their standout players on offense for this game, but I think they're probably just going for speed to try and kind of tire out the ones that we have at the back. Playing a lot more of a tactical game now, Ross County, by the looks of it. Well, you have my word, Virtual. The next time McGregor makes a mistake, I'll insult him till the end of time. You have my solemn vow. Forrest is getting warmed up though. That's a bit of an awkward pop-up, but it should be gathered. Skills. Valet.
I just heard that James Forrest is getting warmed up.
Yeah, I kind of seen him on the sidelines there. I think he's going to probably be coming on for, I'd imagine, Kuhn. Like I said, that yellow card, we'll want to protect that as much as possible. Valet. Maeda, lovely inside pass. Is housed. Oh, lovely for Bernardo. That's all you need to do, man. Show some physicality and get the ball into space. It's a poor pass, admittedly, but the break into space, you can give him credit for it. Skills is going to get there to cover it, but Schmeichel's more than happy to come out and claim it himself. He'll just let it for the Irishman to straddle out and try another attack back out towards the Spaniard. I will say, Valet's probably the player of the game so far. Lovely switch if he can get there. It depends on how it bounces. County's favour, but it's going to be a Celtic throw-in. There's a potential for us to play it quick, which I think that's what Kuhn was saying to McCowan. You should have stepped to the side, son, so I could have played that a bit faster. We'll have to kind of set the throw up instead. A little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. And we do actually play a nice set piece. Oh, he tried to cut ahead of Laidlaw. You can see Maeda's delayed run was there. We need a big solid one, Yama types. Yeah, honestly, I think that's valid. Oh, fucking hell. Maeda just says, I'm not winning the ball. I'm just going to go straight through the back of you instead, Chief. Meep, meep. Straight through him. There we go. Full for Ross County. Oh, fucking hell. Bobo's going to get you.
What?
Well, that's just fucking... Oh, Brendan, mate, why? Okay, so Maeda, who has been quite literally probably the second best player of today, has been taken off, and Kuhn, who's on a yellow card and hasn't played particularly great today, is still on the puck. This is confusing. What the fuck did Maeda do? Bro, well, I guess that's the change. I can't fault it, but I'm confused nonetheless, because...
I'm confused as well, but I want him to kind of come out after the game, even if we win, and explain what the thinking was. It's kind of interesting. It's weird. I was about to say it's interesting, but it's not. It's just weird, and in my opinion, the wrong decision. Couldn't on the ball right now. Alistair Johnston, Cal McGregor.
Takes a bit of a bounce back, but should...
Playing a kind of dodgy passes on this right hand side.
There's a good over the top. How's your touch? That is a lovely touch. By the way, that's a chase down. I like that. I very much like that for Kuhn. It made it as awkward as possible for the county defender. Well taught. Oh, lovely for Valet. Cross in. back post, no one's there, it's a very awkward cross in fairness. Johnston will get that lovely cutback pass in fairness to the Canadian. McGregor will have to play it back out towards that side. McCowan. Johnston gets taken down there, referee says no foul and there's a breakaway for County now. It's more or less a 4v2 though, so Celtic will probably be able to take the time and put some pressure on County. That's a good one back for McCowan, and that's going to be a foul for County, I'm going to imagine. Or for us, I'm not too sure.
No, it says, yeah.
There was a 50 there, it could have either gone either way. I was half expecting it to go County's way, but nonetheless.
He gets, I think Luke just gets his foot like just in front of him before contact is made. So he's getting to the ball first, and I'm guessing that's what the referees gave it.
We've got a bricky right back, but we need a brick in CDM. There we go, that's the moral of today's lesson. Oh,
go on. That's lovely, but we need to keep it up.
The shift. Oh, Forrest, lovely.
James Forrest lined up for a shot.
Takes a deflection corner kick, we'll take that. There's a few applauses for the away fans, and there should probably be a good number of noise. We'll love to see it. 20 minutes in the game left, basically, from this point. So if we want a chance to get a solid, real break at winning this, we need to score in the next 10, realistically. Otherwise, it's a potential fight out for a point.
Diogo's getting wrestled in the box here.
Apparently, big 6'3" guy loses out to tiny 5'8" Kyogo. Maybe don't grab at his dick, I suppose that's a fair enough reason to go down. There's like a mix of headlock in that as well. Why are you pointing at your snob, mate? That's fucking, like, bro, is still yapping about it. No offence, you literally had him in a headlock in the same frame. I don't think you want that reviewed, Chief. Shot from range. It's awkward. It's always going to sail though. McGregor long shot.
And not only that, but you're not only that, but your centre back maybe like much stronger than what he is, so bigger build, like. We're just not putting them on target, man. That's like our big fucking problem now. We are just not getting it. Size is nothing. It's how you use it. While it's valid, I'd honestly say apply that same rule to Hong Kong and see where that gets you, man. Their buildings are tall for a reason, right? They make them that way because they cannot do anything else with small spaces. You put a small building in there, they're fucked. Like, you are screwed in all aspects. Size is circumstantial, and no offence, but Celtic is much more massive than Ross County Football Club, so we should be winning these games. I'm not disrespecting Ross County by saying that, just fundamentally we have more fucking... that's a terrible pass.
Good chase down.
He gets there.
Paolo. Forrest. Nice.
McGregor.
McGregor. There we go. Where's your control, Trusty? Take a touch, son. Nice. Rolls it out. Cross. Please, for the love of God, get one into the fucking box. God fucking damn it. It's that stupid layoff pass again. You had the time. Just pop it. What in God's green earth am I witnessing, man? Played back towards space. Trusty.
Megan giving a little bit of comedy in the chat.
It's a played out towards Valet. Good take, Forrest. Cut back. Come on, Valet. Good cross. That's a good one. It's a good cut out for County in response, though. They're just defending where they can now. A wee bit more desperate for them, but they seem to be atoning for it just fine. Scales. Cut across. Here's Valet. Once again taking a run. Forrest. Sidestep. Lovely stuff. Still Forrest. Still Forrest! Oh, it's a good shot, but again, it was always going to curl in towards the goalkeeper. It's unlucky. Fuck's sake, man.
He just needed more power behind it.
I think County are getting some more respectable bodies on. I think that's cut. Is that? That's, Jesus Christ. I think that's a midfielder. We could do with a Rogic type player. Ooh. Good interception. Although he's probably going to stay down pretending he's injured. Get up and move. I fucking knew it, Megan. Some rules don't apply to certain people. Right, here's Trusty. Come on, we actually need to do some like sport. You know, you're paid like 25 to 30 grand a week. You know, maybe fucking pull your fingers out and start showing that you're worth that money. Come on. Trust me, Megan, we know it's pain. It is pain. And then some. We'd be happy with a point. Nah, I still have optimism. But yeah, it's when every time they go down, they're all got cramp, and all of a sudden they're all injured. But I guarantee you, but if the referee says, right, if you're injured, get off the park, they'll fucking all of a sudden pop up. That better be added time. That's all I'm saying, because that's the third time they've went down in the last 2 fucking minutes trying to buy some extra seconds.
There's going to be like 8 minutes added time or something here.
He's complaining about cramp in his hamstring. I can read his lips there.
Yep.
And speaking of Browns, there is going to be a Ross County one that's going to come on, so I suppose there's that, you know what I mean?
How wet does he want his hair? Jesus Christ.
He wants to be slippery like a snake.
He just...
I want to go in between the grass fields and sneak up on people and win the ball.
He just had a full fucking second shower, mate.
To be fair, it's Scotland. He's like, wait, what do you mean it's not pushed it down? Fuck it, simulation. Been listening to the Fall Cup game? Not necessarily, because we did have this Johnston one. That was a pretty convincing win, but I feel like that Dortmund game's just not to say. I mean, Hatai, look at him on the bench, man. He just looks tired, fed up. We could play 200 minutes, mate, scoring the day. Again, keep the faith until there's a reason not to. I'll say that and then we'll get to the 85th minute and I'll start stressing. But we do have a corner for now, so hope. Please. Just fucking something.
Come on.
There's a referee stopping, but you better card him if you're going to start. This is the same guy that's been involved with the last 3 or 4 fucking corners, man. It's actually ridiculously bad. Please, man. Like, give me something. Just something to smell about. Ball into the box, whipped in, flicked on. Awkward. Through!
Oh!
Oh! Yes! Yes! Johnston, you beauty, man! Thank you, Christ! Come on, man! Gollum gets us going again. Let's fucking go, son. We love to see it. How the fuck did that get through? Oh, it's a love. I'll tell you what, by the way, that is a fucking stupendous half volley. The keeper does well, by the way. Laidlaw does so well to kind of spread it out. The half volley's brilliant, and Johnston's just there. Just takes a big cannon off him, gets it into the net. It's about as lucky as you can ask. We're back in it, boys.
And sometimes in football you take every little bit of luck you can get.
And I told you we needed a goal before the 75th. It's just after the 75th, so, I mean, better late than never, I suppose. We have 15 minutes to get ourselves a winner. Game fucking on. Oh my god, man.
Get a little spring in our step now, lads.
McCowan.
Speaking about spring in our step, ref.
Awkward. There's no VAR. I don't know what the fuck you're yapping about. There is no VAR at all, I can assure you. No reason for that goal to be disallowed, it's totally fine. Oh my god! Oh, good save for Laidlaw. Could have been offside anyway, I think. I think they've given it for offside.
Wait, what? Retake? What for?
Oh, I think there was another. I think we might have played it before they actually like set the wall up. Ooh, cleared away by County in the end. Though it was never really looking like a threatening cross. I'll be fully honest with you right now. It was not backstick. Nor near
ball
post.
over the top. Trusty's getting there. Is that a corner, Celtic?
Good hustling, man. I do like that. Celtic are dropping points today. A Villa fan talking to me about dropping points. Well, and you beat Bayern and you think you are good. That's funny. It's not as if you have spent like how much? How much money did you spend, lads? I'm sorry. I don't take shit for Premier League clubs, respectfully. No offence. If it wasn't for your vast sponsorship money, your clubs would be worth nothing. History means more than anything.
The fact that they get 150 million each year for just staying in the league.
Yeah, give Celtic 150 million, would be fucking competing in the Champions League, let alone the goddamn Premier League. But we don't talk about that, because I don't really care about anything besides the game. I'm just being sarcastic, by the way, up the Villa. I hope you understand that. We're just a bit stressed right now because shit isn't going our way. It's not fun when this happens right after getting fucking decimated 7-1, so ideally we'd like to win 2-1. At least kind of give ourselves something to smile about. That'd be fantastic.
Come on.
Just like Dundee fans when they win a corner.
Come on. Just move it.
Flick up. Okay.
Oh, nobody's there.
The idea was there, but there was no offload and run there. Uncle Buzz, hell yeah. Love to see that. Listen, I'm giving them a hard time specifically because we have to play them. Because I know we're going to get fucking hammered. Let's be fully honest. Right now, we ain't beating them. But it's nice to think. I mean, the second half stats should tell you all you need to know. Ross County have had 1 shot, none on target, and 15% of the ball. It has been a very depressingly defensive performance from them. I wouldn't say top 2. I'd say top maybe 10, 15 maybe. But I'd say it would definitely be like Premier League. They don't have more history than us, that's my argument, Stockroom. They'll have history but not a lot in comparison to a team like Celtic, that's my entire argument. Pick any other club in Scotland and that'd probably be a fair enough case. You might be happy with the point, mate, but I am absolutely not. I think we've got the potential to get a late winner, but we have to be aware that County will want that quick counter themselves. Good touch, unlucky though.
Unlucky.
No one was there and Laidlaw's going to come out and slide and smother that ball, make sure it's as safe as possible. Carter Vickers is good, but he's not good enough to prevent Aston Villa's attack, you know what I mean? Players like fucking Ollie Watkins, and I mean Ollie Watkins in himself would probably be enough to beat Carter Vickers. Oh shit, I don't like when there's another player down. Is it Trusty that stayed down? Someone's down for now, but we're allowed to be, we're allowed to play on. I think that's a, yeah, we'll take that shot. Always played it quick. Yeah, Trusty, he's holding his back. I think he took a bit of a slow fall, or that he got in need. I'm not entirely sure. He just scored his arse, as all legends of the game do. Villa have done everything we have, but we've done it first. And that makes our history better. Just slightly, but it makes it better. I mean, he's up on his feet and moving around, so I suppose there's that. Take it at face value, could be worse. Very cheeky indeed, not. Potential damage from this free kick to come in. 82 minutes, basically come and gone now. Bernardo's got a chance, swinging in for about 30 yards on that right hand side. Towards the back stick would be fantastic, ideally, but we know how much we like to go in that near post, look for the flick on. That's where kind of skills is languishing actually. Awkward, up and away. It's going to be who takes the touchdown first. Should be gathered by the American. It's a very loose first touch for Trusty and it's just punted away by County in the end and we got a throw in. Greaves doesn't look too happy for whatever. Oh wait, was it a foul? Honestly, I didn't see why that was a foul. There must have been a follow through or something. I guess there's a follow through. My bad for not seeing that, but I guess there's that. Bernardo. That is probably the worst free kick of the day, to be honest. That didn't even get past the first man. Forrest. Good shimmy. Keeps it. Oh, that is fantastic. Keeps his man left, right, left, right, left, right. Stay inside, still going. Cuts it into space. Well taken touch. McCowan. Trusty, who's more or less a left back at this point in time. A little bit confused about why he's there, but there's Valet outside near post. Gets the cross away, but it's always going to be a looper at the end of it all. We have won the ball back in good space. McGregor.
James Forrest.
Inside, pip up, across.
Oh.
It's a corner kick, I think, and there's a good amount of noise in the away end to kind of suggest, hey, we're still alive and still very much in this.
We took that very quickly.
could be potentially on. That's awkward, but he gets out in time.
Oh my god, shoot! Oh, I wanted them to
But
shoot.
there's a chance here for Trusty. Ball across, awkward, cleared away. It could be a, not always. I'm not sure what's happened there, but I think they pulled it back for a potential offside.
It went. No, it went out, I think, for a goal kick. Yep.
It's Trusty, the most ironically named defender we've had since Raphael's shite. Probably. I'd say so, honestly. Yeah, fuck it, why not? For the vibes. Okay,
He's currently not proven, Trusty.
he's about as trustworthy as Peter Lawwell. That's probably why he signed him. Scales.
God damn!
Rolled out into space. Into open opportunity. We can go down that open. We really need to try and get that fucking centre part of the pitch because they're just marking out the wings at this point. I don't even think they have pockets to line, guys. Oh, nice. Good. Take a run inside, keep him occupied. Does do so. Gets any space. How's the touch? Respectable, but we need to get the crosses in quicker. Here's McGowan. McGregor rolls it back. Any open space. I'll pretend like I didn't see that in the corner of my eye flash. Fuck. Here's McGregor. I better not get a fucking sexual harassment complaint for virtual later on, I swear to God. McGregor. Once again, there's some open space there. Bernardo. Forrest, come on, son. Good for Forrest. Shot from Forrest. Respectable from Forrest, but again, just dragged across the face of goal. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen too much of Kyogo in these stages of this game. I'll be fully honest, but 4 minutes plus injury. Well, that's exactly it. Only need one chance indeed, Doug.
How many minutes of injury time do you predict in chat? I predict 5. I want you guessing how many like added on time we'll get.
I think it'll probably
There's
be.
been a goal and how many subs does have? Like 7 subs.
I think it'll be about 4 minutes, 4 or 5 at most. Oh, this could get awkward though. Hold on a second. Trusty, good marking, good hustle. Keep it. Love it, Trusty. Good shit, man. Keeping them occupied.
How's he keep that in?
Fair play to the county player. Fucking hell, just hassle and hustle. Paolo gets away with it and there's a break. 42 minutes. That would be great, Didi. It's all awkward across the board, man. Like when you look at it as like an entire sport, this game has been a bit stale. And that's good. Whoa, hold on a second. Kyogo's on the overlap. Play that. Shoots. Oh! Yes! Get in, Nicholas! Yeah. We do love a late show in Dingwall. I do not fucking believe it. I actually do not believe it. We've just won this game. Nicky boys, let's go! Love you, mate! Oh, Brendan Rodgers masterclass. That's why he kept going on, so he could do that. What a time, what a pass to begin with, by the way, for Johnston. To set that in motion, considering how bad he's been this game. To get a goal and then that for an assist. Fabulous. But Kuhn on the taking touch sells his man. His man ends up falling flat in his face like he's just been shot in the fucking goddamn Sahara on a goddamn fucking mission for the CIA. Brilliant finish. Cuts it across Laidlaw. Can't even get close to it. Oh, I'll tell you what, man. The law has been laid, but it's not by the goalkeeper. It's by the German on the wing. Let's fucking go, son. 88 minutes played. It's Celtic 2. Ross County 1. I just lost a subscriber. That's probably a sad hun that was probably wanting to see my reaction. Well, here's my reaction. Yes! Roundies, man! Let's fucking go! We need to see this out now. Do not fuck it. I don't want to be made a mockery of, man. We just see this out now. For the love of Christ. We keep it fucking rolling, man. This was a very, very... Like, even if we win this game, bad performance.
Agreed. I agree.
Hakuna Matata, indeed. We love to see it, man. Life is good again.
I just got told added time. I was wrong. Do you want to guess how many added time there was?
I don't care.
7.
That's slightly problematic, but I still don't care. We've won this game. 3-1 is potentially on, man. Stephen's going to be sitting on the edge of his seat like that SpongeBob episode.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for now, honestly, with 7 added minutes, is we get another one for Stephen again.
Oh,
He
bless.
said if we go 3-1, it's 1,000 tickets.
I was going to say something and then I realised it sounds racist. Right, I'm going to clarify this. It isn't racist, but I was going to say bless Coon's cotton socks. Because he has genuinely deserved that so much, man. Like, the way he's played over the last few games, he's deserved a fucking finish like that. It's such a well-taken finish as well, man. Like, Johnston's pass-through was fantastic.
What?
Every fabric of that, man. Thank you, Christ. He deserves it. We move, man. And I tell you what, we're using that right wing a bit more. Here's McCowan. Played out into space. Maybe there is a potential for a third. Here's Valet. Cut across! It's awkward. Oh, and County get away with it a bit, man. They could have spilled that into their own net. They had to take a goddamn gamble there. Because if he didn't, I'll tell you what, there was a man right behind him to tap it in. Valet's asking some questions there. And honestly, give that boy some credit as well. If it's not for Johnston, who I'd honestly give man of the match. Oh, honestly, yeah, Valet deserves it, man. God damn. To be fair, it wasn't meant in that way. It wasn't meant in that way at all, Mark.
Guys, he stopped himself and then he clarified.
I gave the context before I said, oh, hold on a minute, 3 is on here. I stand corrected, he kind of got boxed out by about 4 of them, but we still have the ball, it's potentially there. Come on.
Because otherwise I would have questioned it, but he gave me context, that's why I laughed. I wouldn't have laughed otherwise. Just saying.
That's a wee
That's
awkward.
a terrible pass, but...
We'll chase it back and do something with it, man.
Also, I'm on your side, big man. You've barely had any sleep as well, so you just...
That's the thing, it's a joke, for the love of fucking Christ, man. We don't need to yap on about it. I love the people watching outside the window like, daughter, this is why we don't support Ross County. This is why we don't support this team. Like, I understand now, mother. I feel a wee bit for Ross County because holy shit, man, they've actually given us a respectable game and you tip your hat to them in some aspects, but fucking hell was it frustrating. We still need to see this out though. There's about 5 minutes of additional time from this point. We're just past the 90 seconds, so for all intents and purposes, we just need to see the rest of this one out.
Engels was one of the first 3 subs to go off.
Oh, that's unlucky, man.
No, he was one of the first 3 to go off. It was Engels, Hatati, and who was the other one to go off?
Ida.
Yeah, they 3 went off in the 60th minute.
Nylon socks too far. Hey, to be fair, man, cotton socks are actually still used in football. To be fair, it's like that, and it's a mix of polyester, right? For good old maintenance during winter games and things. So you cashed out
The
at
whole
80.
team was that bad, Megan. It's been from a whole team.
Oh,
in
good
terms
for
of
you,
the
Stephen.
starting lineup.
Decent.
It's been a horrendous performance.
See, the
That's
way to
what I'll say.
summarise it in a way that you'll understand it in a very simple and creative way. Think James McCarthy, but slightly worse. That was in Giles's day. His passing just wasn't there, man. It was slack, just very non-existent at times.
Because a bad performance, in my opinion, has been nice. That's why I said it's been horrendous. Even if we win this, I agree. It's It's just the performance is not good enough.
Oh, things you love to see, man. McCowan and Jamesy have made a big difference because they love a club. That's what happens when you have a bunch of players that actually understand the fabric of what it is to be a Celtic player. But I think Johnston and Kuhn for that second goal, they deserve so much love and credit, man. Bit of a slack pass for Scales there, admittedly. Oi, oi, oi. 3 points. Celtic job done, crap. From a Partick Thistle. You're a Partick Thistle fan for the East Coast. That isn't. I'm going to guess you meaning East Coast of Scotland and not East Coast of America. Because if you mean East Coast of America, then that is a very weird, but very noble club to support. But bless you anyway, Doug. Very much appreciated, brother.
I've got no idea why that's said twice. James Forrest clean it out.
There's a bunch of other links you can follow. If you want to follow my personal Instagram, you can. It's down there as well. Although, bear in mind that it is a private account, so bear in mind it might take me a while to get back to you if any of you specifically want to follow or what. And there are donations and things. So if you want to get an end of stream donation in that gets read out, then you can throw that in as well if you would like. There's still about 2.5 minutes of this game, give or take. McCowan should have started. Yeah, honestly, me and Flash were talking about it before the game. We were kind of like, well, when Giles makes sense, Atati maybe not so much, but McCowan would have been a perfect shout for this type of game. But Valet,
I was the first one to.
he's been.
I was the first to suggest that McGowan needs more minutes, and the big man agreed with me straight away.
It's like a potential thing. The one thing I will say, Valet, man of the match. As much as I want to give it to Johnston or Kuhn for the way they've dragged themselves back into this game, Valet has genuinely been consistent from start to finish, and you give a boy like that credit. There's a potential on for a third tier cut back shot. Oh, a good block, very good block. Stood his ground. He knew he was going to take that right in the midriff, and he stood firm. I'll always respect a defender that'll take that straight to the midriff. It's fatigue, Megan. They're kind of resting.
Taylor's getting rested, Megan.
As I just
Brendan
said.
came in and said too many games. So, yeah.
Love the emojis in there for boys. Can we get a bunch of Celtic emotes spammed in chat as we get prepared to yell yeah? So hold on a minute, there's a potential for one last break.
Yes, sir.
Instead it's Kyogo's legs that get broken and the tackle's won fairly and there's a break for Ross County instead, but Scales does well to get that one away, and if they want anything out of this game, they have to get it now. It's basically long throw into the box type territory, otherwise it's game. I hope our fans don't turn up paradise to protest. I highly doubt that's going to happen, even if we lost. I don't think that was going to happen. Okay, I don't like that. Go on, Johnston. Go on, son. Gets in there and wins the foul and basically guarantees that we might get across the line with this one. Fucking beautiful. We've only got a couple of seconds left and then the whistle will go. Fantastic vibes. We'll love to see it. I am very pleased. Yellow card for Campbell. He's in the book. And by the time we clear this one away, hopefully we should be good. I'm just getting some juice into my system so I can yell efficiently. Again, I stayed awake the entire night to do this, so I'm glad I did.
Yes!
Oh, thank you fucking God. Whistle's gone. We've done it, man. We're going to win the league. Na 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 na. Get it up, them. Let's go. Right, we know the drill now. Celtic win. Thank fuck. Late winner. We love to see it. I want to see the full-time stats before I get up and yell. 6 shots on target to 5. They had 17% of the ball. Wow. That did not feel like it, I'll be honest with you. But look at the table. Oh, I mean, it's a bit shit that we've conceded a goal, but still, I guess that's that. Now it's time for me to yell very loudly. Anyone that's been here for a long period of time knows exactly what's about to happen. If you don't, volume warning right now. You have ample. You have your ample thing. So we know the drill. If you want to get any donations or anything in, now would probably be the time, because I'll do one of these for you, I guess. We did one for Stephen last time. But, gentlemen, for the victory and for the win. Yes, sir! Fucking never do that to me again, man. I swear to Christ. I don't need a fucking goddamn heart attack by the... Ha! Nah. You got 300 quid back on your... Oh, that's fantastic. Good for you, Stephen. Bless. We won! Woo! We're not horrible at football. It only took us fucking 88 minutes to get a fucking second goal that we should have probably had by like half time. Let's be honest. But, I mean, good defence for Ross County. Give them credit where it's due, man. But we deserve that. And again, we thank anyone that has subscribed as well so far. Well, fantastic. I mean, I don't think there's too much else to add to that. We did what we needed to do. The passing is fucking... We had basically, what, 609 passes more than them. Wow. That should tell you everything you need to go, man. 180 quid profit's always a plus.
So one word for me to summarise the game before the main man carries on is, I'll repeat this once more, horrendous.
My neighbours don't think that I'm... My neighbours think that I'm, what's the word for it, insane. They don't really... my neighbours are the same as me. They're like sarcastic and loud as well. They like to party on the weekends, so I don't give them shit. So when I'm screaming in the mornings, they don't really give me shit. Like, you get the occasional arsehole that will shout outside at the smoking area, but that's about it. Much more solid in the second half, absolutely fucking buzzing too, right? I can literally hear zzz as we go right now. That was more a Lions performance, man. I'm fucking very like pleased with that, man. We bounced back, did exactly what we fucking needed to. Pleased on all fronts. Haggis, Neeps and Hatties, what a fucking name that is, by the way. Tough name, but got the vital 3 points. Too fucking right, brother. We really needed that one. You got Rangers to win 3-0 as well. Yeah, honestly, against the Johnston, I think it's an interesting one. When is Aberdeen and Hearts kick off? They kick off at 3 PM. Guys, they kick off about an hour after this. Well, an hour from here, I should say. The team that finished but Maeda instead of Forrest. I mean, Forrest was a good addition. Honestly, I think like it's hard to argue with or against it. I feel like if Maeda or Forrest started the game today, there wouldn't have been too much difference. But Maeda really gave out of a... I don't think he would have given too much of a different aspect. Like again, Maeda was good in the first 40 minutes, kind of quieting down towards the end of the first half. Kind of had a slow start to the second half, and then when he got took off, he was good for like the 10 or 15 minutes beforehand. He was definitely like up there with the top 3 players on the pitch. That's how bad the overall performance was today. But for all intents and purposes, we got across the line, and I'm very pleased. And before people bail out and stuff, because it is full time, and I kind of expect people to depart on their own terms and stuff over the next few months. But you'll be listening to Clip 1 with lose some chinksies. Well, it's a good thing you were here then. But go down into the description. As Flash just put there, you can join the Discord if you would like to. It's not an obligation, the same way that everything down in the links isn't an obligation, but you can subscribe if you would like to. Thank you to the person that just did. I realised that as well, by the way. We're one off at 14:30, so that's quite cool. But you can also go and give Flash a follow on his Twitch. That's linked down there as well. He's trying to get towards 400, so if you have the time, please go and give him a follow as well. That'd be very kind of you. Honestly, 1888, it's a fantastic name. That is... that's top fucking tier, man. It's good. It's good that Taylor and Valley have competition. You know what I mean? It's very good that Valley and we love that. You know what I mean? Because Taylor last season, at this point in the season, he started to have that taper off, and he was very consistently bad.
It goes to the point that we said though. Like last year, he had no competition, and this season already he's like a different player.
The 4 Leaf Clover podcast was like, well, tell them I said hello. I hope they are well. And enjoy yourself, man. Give a God bless. Hope you're good. Aberdeen play at 3 PM.
I just want both left backs. When it comes to both Valley and Taylor, I just want both of them to be playing with confidence, because that's Greg Taylor last year just like didn't really. Well, one, he ended up being tiny bit fatigued, which is no excuse. He was our only left back. He had no competition, so therefore, like, he's got, he's just got a free freaking roll at the end of the day, right?
Don't worry, Carly, you'll think of a better name. It's called Carly. I haven't seen anyone with that name in chat, unless you actually know someone in here by their name, in which case, valid, very cool.
Oh, Valley's on loan for the full season, right?
Yeah, no, he's here as a season-long loan now. I don't think there's any obligations to Bly or anything. I think it's time to sell a Tatty.
I think it's time to Tatty. Can I ask you why, Scott? Why you think that before the big man goes on? Right, on you go, big man.
You're off to take your pitch for applaud. You enjoy yourself, Jim. You take it easy, man. I don't think selling a Tatty would make sense right now because again it's just a slight dip in form and we know that he's always effective in the second half of the season. Take last season, that's a prime example of it. He's always better as it goes on. He's like a kind of pressure player. Hey there Matthew, nice to see you man, hope you're well. I mean you came in at a very hangy time because we're just about to finish. But I'll take it easy Jim. I appreciate you being here man, much love. You take it easy. Get your dog apart for me, tell him he's a good boy. Aberdeen have only have one of their new strikers who scored 5 out for a few months, so that could be good for us, Mark, actually, if they're out for a few months. Classic pose, we will need Rangers to beat Aberdeen. Not necessarily. I mean, we still need to play Aberdeen ourselves, man. I'd rather put the fate in our own hands if that's the way to look at it. Don't give any other team a reason to say that's why you won this league. Catch you up for the next game, kids to sort of a bed now. I was about to say, what the hell are you talking about? It's 2 in the afternoon, then I realised you're one of the ones that don't live in Scotland, so fair enough, Jock. You take it easy, brother. Get your kids some more for me, man. You take it easy. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy your night. Not been so good for a few months. Oh. Yeah.
Rusty just needs to try and prove us wrong because right now he's been a big flop. I mean, we were speaking about that earlier, Megan. The fact that he cost us 7.8 fucking million.
And we're just playing it to try and justify the price tag a little bit, to be honest with you. But I mean, again, I get there's going to be teething problems, but you have to show that there's like teeth there to bite with in the first place, and there's just not too much. It did show it. See in the final 10-15 minutes, he did wake up a little. He actually started chasing balls. He was pretty much a fucking centre mid and a left back at points. So that version of Trusty, I want to see that all the time. And if I see that all the time, then I'll put him in the same vein as Carter Vickers, because that's what Carter Vickers does anyway. If he's a perfect backup to Carter Vickers, that's the type of shit he needs to be doing all the time. So we need to basically get across the line with him and give him a bit more time in training for sure, but we need him to kind of settle into the actual competitive fixtures before things get a bit too out of place. It was very nervy, David, I'm not going to lie to you all, man. It was fucking nervous as hell, but hey, we do love a late comeback, you know what I mean, 76th minute and then an 88th. Something very satisfying about scoring an 88th minute winner. It's crazy the money spent. You don't understand, everyone can't be on the same time, but it's still pretty, can't be on it at the same time, but it's still pretty embarrassing. That's the thing, it's like, it's team morality, you know what I mean, like, nobody was an outstanding player, like, with the exception of maybe, like I said, Valet. No one was good for the whole 90 minutes, right? Like, Maeda had step-off moments, Kuhn had step-off moments, Johnston as well. Nobody was particularly great, right? But Valet was the one consistent, and I think that's probably why he would deserve man of the match in my eyes, because, I mean, Johnston, sure, a goal and an assist, he'll probably get it for that, but, man, you have to give Valet his credit, because he hung in there when everyone else's head started to dip. He was the one that was still, like, chesting down balls and beating people to the byline and doing whatever they can. You give a team like that credit. Yeah, the Dons fan has a horrible feeling about the games today. The one thing I would say to your Don pal then, Mark, is the fact that Hearts did play midweek with basically a mix of their strongest side, so they can be exposed through sheer lack of energy. Take what happened to us today. The Celtic way, damn fucking straight, David. Damn straight. Yeah, you almost feel like it would make more sense as a CDM, wouldn't it, Stockroom, to be honest? You got your points. Exactly it, man. That's all I really care about. Kuhn deserves man of the match for you. I don't think it's a bad call. You can make a case for a few of them, especially towards the end of it. If they score 2 goals, they'll cash out. Vibes. Rain. If you're asking me for like an honest prediction, man.
2-0 Rangers.
I feel like they would have to do something similar to what we did today, where they need a bounce back performance. And I feel like this is either going to be like a 3-0 for them, or a 1-1. I'll be honest with you, like this could be a slip up game where St Johnstone could expose their energy the same way that Ross County did us. Is Rangers at home? If they're at home, then chances are I'd probably go more towards the 3-0, same kind of lines as you, Scott. Laidlaw was man of the match.
They are at Ibrox. Yeah, they're at Ibrox at 8 o'clock.
So chances are Rangers will probably win that game then, but I don't think St Johnstone will make it like a walkover. I don't think they'll go there and lose 6-7-0 or anything. I think they'll probably give it a bit more of a fair fight, but it's going to be a bit more awkward for them to kind of get across the line. I mean, I say that, but for us today it was pure fucking stress from start to finish, so you know you have to look at it like that. But Celtic 2 up Luis Palma. It wasn't featured today, mate, but again, I think it was just more for rotational reasons, to be fair with you, Daisy, but that's kind of how it goes. Believe it, I have a soft spot for Palma. I very much like Palma. Everyone in this channel knows my soft spot for Palma. I like the boy a lot, but it just wasn't necessary for that game. That's pretty much all I would say to that one. It's the same reason why Taylor didn't feature as well. There was a couple of starters that didn't make it into the team, so don't feel upset about it. So Johnson usually at a draw per season in Glasgow. Well, let's hope for the season's sake that it's tonight. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, but guys, remember against us, even though we were on fire, they were also very shit. They're getting used to a new manager. They conceded 6. So they'll have a point. They'll have a point to prove, yes, but at the same time, so do yours.
You think Palmer needs to work on his
definitely
work
going to be the Hearts.
I suppose that's valid. I can't really argue with that at all. I mean, Palmer's a subjectional player though. Like again, like that's why I always say like him and Forrest are perfect polar opposite players, because Palmer's technical, doesn't really like to run a lot. He likes to dribble at players rather than try and just knock it by them. Forrest is the polar opposite. He'll take a touch, knock it 15 yards, and then just run as fast as he can to chase it, the same way Maeda does. But Yang and Palmer are more technical, so you don't see their talents as easy because they just look like they're off the ball a lot. They look like they're not where they're meant to be, but when they spring into action, they are very good to watch. I don't think he'll make it at Celtic, admittedly, but I don't think he'll make it as a starter anyway. But if he's content being like a rotational winger, then he'd have a very, very solid career here, undoubtedly. Kind of like what Azagiri kind of had for us. Someone that could come into the team when it was necessary and do a very, very solid job. That's what you got on 6-1 100, or 6-1 odds on 100 for 3-0. That's good. They scored 2, you'll cash out. Probably the most sensible thing to do. But then again, you could always wait to see if they score 3, and then you could cash out. And especially if it's early in the game. If it's 2-0 at half time, just sit on it and see.
Al McGregor, by the way, is tied for the second highest goals in the league currently.
Are Rangers not playing on Monday, or is that your timeline? I think because you're in, oh yeah, shit, wait, you're, to be fair, you're in like Southeast Asia, aren't you? So you're, technically, yeah, it would be on Monday for you, but it would still be like, it'd be 8 o'clock here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's your timeline, Scott, yeah.
Well, when you first speeding the wings and players like Palmer and Forrest are probably on the last season for us. Forrest, maybe so. Palmer, I think it would depend. It could be like in a Bada situation where when January comes around, he'll be like, look, I want out. Obviously, different circumstances. It's not as if, you know, I hope that Honduras aren't at war with anybody right now and shit's going south for them. But, you know, like Palmer will probably be like, look, I want first team minutes. Like Gukamakis would probably be a better example. Like he'll see himself as like, look, I deserve minutes, I want minutes, give me them or I'm going. So when you look at it like that, probably something along the lines of that, in my personal opinion. Oh. We've got 2 more minutes and then we'll wrap up the stream, boys. So if you've got any more questions or anything, feel free to throw them in the now, and we'll get ready to kind of wrap things up here. But I am very happy about Wednesday next game, because I know it's international break, right? So I honestly, fuck's sake, I honestly don't know if I'll be covering those games.
Our next game is the 19th at Aberdeen, which, for those that are still in chat, it means I won't be here. Just saying.
Technically, we have the
I'll
club
be at the
friendly against Sligo, but I don't know if I'd necessarily cover that game. I guess I'll wait and see if I can get like a decent enough like source to watch it. Sure, but I guess. But if not, then it will be the 19th of October. I'm not sure about the international matches. Just give me a second. I'll pull a tab up to actually check that.
We've got Croatia, and then we've got Portugal at home.
I'm just seeing what dates.
Do you know what my dad said to me?
Oh, the 5th. Hold on a minute. I just realised that Scotland and Portugal's on the 15th. I'll need to do a game on that day because that's the 2-year channel anniversary.
Oh.
Well, since I started like streaming anyway, it'll be my 2 years since I started streaming.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying because that's a coincidence. Do you know what my dad said to me though? That's funny. Thank God we weren't in Croatia when playing Croatia. It'd be kind of awkward.
A little bit. I don't think they would mind it too much though. Well, I guess I might actually be. Hold on, I'll pull this up just so you.
It was kind of funny. See when we were playing. I think it was the game at Hampden when we were in Croatia. The Croatian people were actually like cheering for us. It was kind of funny.
Well, I mean, for reference dates, I'm not sure if I'll be doing the Croatia and Scotland one. I might do, honestly. I might put it on like a members like poll, I guess. So if you're a member, keep an eye out on that. You might see me there. So I might do the friendly on the 9th. I might do this one and I might do this one. But we'll need to kind of see a little bit of a subscriber pop up because we're trying to make 2,000 by the end of the season, and well, getting 4 or 5 every stream is still very, very nice. It's still very wholesome. It's, you know, mathematically not going to happen, and that's not sustainable growth. So I'll do those games. They don't perform as well because they're national matches, right? Most people that are sub to here are subscribed for Celtic reasons. So if you can, stop in and just give us a 5-minute check-in if you can. That'd be fantastic. That's if I even decide to do the games. Like I said, I'll put a poll up if I'm going to decide over the next 2-3 days or so, and we'll kind of go for there. But for now, that's basically all I really need to call.
Am I off to any games? Because I'm going to the Aberdeen game.
But that's the next one for us anyway. Speaking of the Aberdeen game, the next league game will be that one, and it will be an important one. If Aberdeen win in about 45 minutes from now when they kick off, if they win that match, it'll be a crunch match to decide who takes top of the table. So, I mean, and the way that they'll be looking at it, it'll be interesting for them. And that's a day after my wee brother's birthday, so fuck's sake, man. Anniversaries and special days all around. I think that covers basically everything.
Hey guys, what is that question? Hello?
I think I would rather do a backflip off my flat. I'll be fully honest, man. That's you're asking me to suffer in real time, man. I just watched my team lose 7-1 midweek and barely beat Ross County. Do you think I have the fucking brain capacity to watch that? I think I'll protect my brain cells for however much longer I can. Oh yeah, I forgot because fucking Discord's open, it'll keep freezing my music and stuff, so I guess I'll just get ready to wrap things up and do all the necessary things, whereas...
If you haven't done already, remember to help the big man get to 2k. Subscribing is absolutely free, and yeah, it supports him a great deal.
Well, that's basically all we need to kind of cover for this stream, I think, anyway. But like I said, go into the description, give Flash a follow if you can. Or at the very least, check out the next stream when he's live. Yeah, you can turn notifications on there. You can do it for here as well. There's a little bell and stuff if you would like to kind of help us out here. You can join us in the Discord if you would like to. And if you want to do all the necessary things, you're allowed to do so. If you have any last remarks before I sign off, Flash, get them in the now.
My last remarks is, thank you, I appreciate you all. I won't be there for the Aberdeen game, but I might be here afterwards, depends if I get a call up. I'm only here on away days or games I can't make, but I will Love you all.
Bless. And likewise the same, thank you for kind of sticking around. This is a very boring game for most aspects, but we did alright. So we know the drill. I'm going to peace out. We did what we needed to do, so thank you for watching, thank you for coming along, thank you for taking the time to join us, whether you've been here for 5 minutes or the whole goddamn stream, if you popped in, or if you're just watching the VOD, thank you for taking the time to just take a gander at any capacity. Like I said, you can catch me on basically any time that Celtic's live. Keep an eye out for different things. There'll probably be a shot later on, I think, for the late winner, so keep an eye out for that if you would like to watch me lose my shit in short format. And you can also join us, like I said, in the Discord to talk to us as well. But Celtic are still the best team in the world. Catch us all after. Boy. Enjoy, boys. Catch us after.